40-plus games. And in his absence, you look at the third baseman that had been replacing Max Muncy, total just a 167 batting average. So you look at it and say, well, the average of Max Muncy is right around 200 if you look at the last 3 years to begin with, slightly above that. But the production level has dropped off significantly with Max on the injured list.
And Dave Roberts kind of let us in that he was going to give Chris Taylor more time at third base, and here he is tonight, starting at the hot corner.
In fact, he used the words in San Francisco, we're going to give Chris Taylor a longer runway. And then you came up with I thought was a wonderful question.
I just wanted some definition to what a runway is, and Dave Roberts wouldn't commit to how long that runway is. Is it John Wayne? Is it Burbank? Is it LAX?
Well, it's an honest response, because if you look at Biggio, he's basically not played well on both sides of the baseball, offensively and defensively. He's taken, if you look at the last 2 years, he's taken over 40% of the strikeouts have been not swinging the bat. And Dave Roberts and the coaching staff has addressed him on that end of it. And if you look at Chris Taylor, he's beginning to swing the bat better, and he's beginning to have, I think, a better idea of what's happening. In fact, since the 14th of June, Chris Taylor, this may shock a few people, is hitting at 450. Yes, a small sample size within that stretch of time, but it's a much better sample size than what the preceding combination of third basemen have been.
And let's be honest, Rick, at least Chris Taylor has a resume that you can go off of. He has a lot of big hits for the Dodgers. He's performed in years past that some of these players have not.
But if we look at it realistically, the last 2 years now, we've had a lot of swing and miss. In fact, he's up there, and something we may talk about during the ball game. His percentage of swings and misses is extremely high. In fact, it's in the top 10 in Major League Baseball if you look at that period of time. So I go back to what Taylor was saying before the spring training began. He felt that he had bought into the launch angle theory a little bit too much, and he needed to get back to the line drive theory. Hopefully, that's the change we're seeing now.
In the air, out to left and deep. Marsh to the wall. There it is! 300 home runs for Andrew McCutchen. A milestone here in Pennsylvania. It's been 236 days, and there it is. A hat tip to you for all the thrills. Andrew McCutchen. Talking about the Dodgers in 2023, staring at a year of transition. In a year that experienced so much change, one thing's the same. The NL West still runs through LA. For the 10th time in 11 years, the Dodgers are National League West champions. The celebration can officially begin in Seattle. 11 consecutive postseason bursts. In the air to deep left field. Back it goes. Elias Diaz puts the National League in front at 32 years old in his All-Star debut. A go-ahead home run. You never forget your first All-Star game. You are never going to forget your first potential game-winning homer. Ramirez swings and misses. The National League's finally back on top. First All-Star game win since 2012.
Brett Rooker joining the show in studio. We're going to talk hitting.
What are you thinking right here? That's 95 at the very top, and I at least foul it off.
So I
You're confident.
I know I can cover it. If I make that same move and have that same mindset, I can cover the fastball at the top. And if I can cover that fastball at the top.
David Gillum right now off the 5 freeway in San Fernando. I've known him for over a decade. He needs to hit his numbers. He wants you in that Accord, in the Civic, CRV, whatever you got your eyes on. See the 750 plus new Hondas ready to drive home at galpinhonda.com and get your ride right now.
Hey, it's David Vassay. What makes Navien a home run for your home? Navien tankless water heaters offer an endless flow of hot water for spa-like comfort, a 15-year limited warranty, and lower energy bills. Right now, SoCal Gas is offering up to a $1,200 rebate when you replace your old tank with a new, high-efficiency Navien tankless water heater. Find the name of your Navien contractor today at tanklessmadesimple.com. That's tanklessmadesimple.com.
4th of July, family, friends, fireworks. Hi, it's Tim Cates. As you make your way around Southern California this 4th of July weekend, make sure your vehicle is running at peak performance. Take it to Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Their certified technicians will perform a full-service oil change and a free 18-point maintenance check. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute oil change. With locations throughout Southern California, find the one nearest you at SoCalOilChange.com. Have 15 minutes? Need an oil change? Make it a Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Hayward, hammered, right field. Are you kidding me? What is happening?
Head to Dodger Stadium on Friday, July 5th at 7:10 p.m. against the Brewers for the first ever Hollow Live Night. The special event ticket package includes 3 limited edition Hollow Live baseball cards and an exclusive Hollow Live themed Friday Night Lights drone show after the game.
Soaring majestically above Dodger Stadium.
What is happening?
For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions. This is Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. On your home for LA Dodgers baseball.
Dodgers and Diamondbacks, Bobby Miller, Joe Manaply, the opener in a bullpen game for Arizona. First pitch coming up at 7:10. Dodgers baseball is presented by Children's Hospital Los Angeles. When you need the very best care for your child, go to Children's Hospital LA, ranked #1 in California for pediatric care. Find the right doctor at chla.org.
David Vassay. And now, what will likely be Vassay fielding insults from a Dodger player.
It's an engagement of endearment.
This is High and Tight.
It's always great when the Hall of Fame comes to you and comes to Dodger Stadium, and we're joined right now by the president of Baseball's Hall of Fame, the one and only Josh Rawitch. Great to have you back home at Dodger Stadium.
Thanks, Dave. It's great to be here.
And you also came with gifts and also kind of spreading the word of baseball, not just here in the States, but a great new exhibit at Cooperstown, the Trans-Pacific exhibit that incorporates a lot of Japanese-born players that have brought their talents to the States.
Yeah, what we're really excited about is next summer, it lines up with the same time that Ichiro is going to be eligible for the first time to be on the ballot. We're going to be opening up an exhibit called Yakyu Baseball, and Yakyu means baseball in Japanese. So we're focusing on basically the history of the two countries, players that have played that went from America to Japan and vice versa, teams that went in both directions, and obviously the Dodgers are a huge part of that.
And here at Dodger Stadium, not only did you spread the word about that exhibit, but also you had players that obviously have made a huge impact on Major League Baseball.
Yeah, so we actually brought with us some artifacts, which was really cool. We had a baseball from a no-hitter from Hideo Nomo. We had an amazing autographed plate that Peter O'Malley is loaning us because the O'Malley family is great supporters of the Hall of Fame, both financially and with artifacts. And then, of course, at the news conference, Otani-san was there, Yamamoto-san, and then Dave Roberts, who's obviously born in Japan, and Torey Lovello, who played in Japan. So it was a perfect combination of guys.
What struck you the most about Otani and Yamamoto and understanding the history of what you're presenting at the Hall of Fame?
Well, Otani has been incredibly generous over his whole time in the big leagues in donating artifacts to the Hall. I think we have cleats, a helmet, a hat, a jersey. Today he donated a bat. Yamamoto, I think, saw that and said, I want to give them a glove from spring training, from his first spring training here. And then you have someone like Ichiro, who's been to Cooperstown 7-8 times. He has always understood what we do there, which is we preserve the history of the game. We honor the greatest of all time, and we connect generations. And I think these guys clearly recognize that, or they wouldn't have wanted to be a part of today.
Hey, that's the voice of Chatsworth's own, now Major Baseball's Hall of Fame president, president, the one and only Josh Rawitch. And when you look back at this Trans-Pacific exhibit that is going to be on display, Hideo Nomo, that's who I grew up on. He was kind of a barrier breaker in a lot of ways and won the Rookie of the Year. What's it like to hold a baseball from his no-hitter?
Well, it's pretty crazy because that was actually the year I interned at the Dodgers. I started in 1995, and none of us knew what Nomo was going to do. I think all Dodger fans thought this guy, he changed the game forever. It really, prior to that, it had been 40 years since anybody had come from Japan, and nobody knew how successful he'd be, and obviously came right out the gate, was so dominant, threw a no-hitter, both multiple no-hitters in the big leagues, and to have a baseball in your hands that's from that game. Anytime you're holding a piece of history, I think anybody who loves the game of baseball recognizes how insanely special that is.
What was the first piece of history when you took this job?
Field, there's so much. Steve Sax's shoes. I was a huge Steve Sax fan. So any of these Dodger artifacts, if you haven't been to Cooperstown, you really got to make the trip. It's an unbelievably special place, and it's not that far. It's easily doable from California, obviously.
No doubt. And this summer, just in a matter of weeks, a former Dodger is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame class, and that is Adrian Beltre. He obviously is going in as a Ranger, but his career started with the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, he was obviously signed at a very young age and was able to make an impact at a very young age, and in 2004, I think nobody can.
And here's another one I believe went off the scoreboard. If you miss in the middle of the plate with Max Muncy, he's good. Look at that level swing right there. And he's a hitter. But what I love, watch him drop. What he does is he moves his hands and he loads into the back leg. Here you see the knob facing the catcher, which I really love because that's the power position for any power hitter.
Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Logan Webb in this photo of Giants fans?
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be the right-hander, Logan Webb. Logan Webb with 6 shutout innings. Got him. Logan Webb being Logan Webb. Take a look at the slider, and he saved it for a 2-strike surprise. Perfect location.
Toyota that's just right for you. See your Toyota dealer today and drive into summer. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
It's easy to buy or lease any new Toyota and easy to own one. Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. You're covered for all normal factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Performed by certified technicians using genuine Toyota parts. See your dealer for Toyota Care details and exclusions. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska.
We make it easy on you.
Toyota, let's go places.
We're heading to extras, folks.
Erica, how much have I spent on concessions?
For questions about their money, Los Angeles Dodgers fans can turn to Erica, the virtual financial assistant in the Bank of America mobile banking app. Visit bankofamerica.com/Erica by your side. Bank of America, official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. What would you like the power to do? Erica is only available in the English language. You must download the latest version of the mobile banking app, only available on select mobile devices. Your chat may be recorded and monitored for quality assurance. Message and data rates and additional terms may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
It's the best time of year, summer, baseball, and outdoor grilling. And when we're cooking on the grill, only the best hot dogs for us. Hoffy hot dog.
Hoffy uses only top quality ingredients with premium quality beef for a great hot dog. You can taste it. Hoffy is a SoCal treasure for nearly 100 years. So visit HoffyBrand.com to find your nearest location of Hoffy products.
Hoffy. local, original, great.
This is Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. On your home for the Blue all season long.
Dodgers, Diamondbacks started a 3-game series. First pitch coming up at 7:10.
And now, before the Dodgers hit the diamond, we look at the pitching matchup.
Presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Turn your trail-dominating off-roading dreams into a reality. An all-new 2020 Ford Tacoma. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. Joe Manaply is the opener for the Diamondbacks. 33-year-old left-hander. 5th season in the big leagues after a cup of coffee in 2016 and 2019. Primarily a reliever. He's 3-1 with a 4.11 ERA. Last time he pitched was on Sunday. 1 shutout inning against the A's. He's a sinker, change, curveball pitcher. Second career opener against the Dodgers. He did that back on May. He's held the Dodgers scoreless in 13 of the 15 games at Dodger Stadium that he has pitched with a 1.74 ERA. Bobby Miller on the mound, 25-year-old right-hander, former first-round pick out of Louisville, making his 6th start this season, his 3rd since coming off the IL. Last time out, 2 innings, 3 runs, 4 hits, no decision against the White Sox. Facing the Diamondbacks for the 3rd time in his career, he's 1-0 with a 3 ERA in 2 career starts. Last start against them August of last year at Dodger Stadium. 6 innings, he gave up 4 runs on 7 hits while striking out 4, but getting the win. Bobby Miller, Joe Manaply, the opener for Arizona, Dodgers and Diamondbacks. We are 15 minutes away from first pitch. Keys to the game are next. I'm Tim Cates, this Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
Alignment Health Plan is changing the Medicare Advantage game so that you can be the one in charge of your health. Hey, this is Steve Sachs, and I highly recommend Alignment. They're handing you the reins so they can cater to your needs. Choose from a wide range of doctors. Your adventures in life haven't stopped. They're just beginning. Alignment Health Plan. Welcome to a new era of aging. Call 888-979-2247 from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week. Or visit AlignmentHealthPlan.com today. Visit AlignmentHealthPlan.com.
Welcome to the future, Dickerson. All your trophy muscles are irrelevant.
What are you talking about?
For 46 years, the Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck on the market. But it's not just because it's got brawn. It's got brains, too, and cutting-edge technology.
Fully charged.
Mobile generators, hybrid engines, even wireless charging.
That's great, but I've got both. I'm the whole package.
Humble, too.
Head to your Southern California Ford dealers for great offers on a Ford F-150 truck.
Hey, Dodgers fans, don't miss a single second of all the action. You can order your favorite food and drink.
Stadium. Visit playhpc.com for more information. Must be 21 or older to enter.
With Jacoby & Myers, you won't strike out in your personal injury case. Choose Jacoby & Myers, the official.
And here's another one I believe went off the score.
Hi, everybody. Rick Monday alongside Stephen Nelson and with producer-engineer Dwayne McDonald as we get set to go. Glorious night weather-wise here at Dodger Stadium. And for the Dodgers, things are coming up nice and easy. They're 7.5 in front of the San Diego Padres. Dodgers lead the Western Division. Arizona knocking on the door, trying to get to second place. They are 10.5 out, followed by the Giants and then the Rockies. Dodgers are taking the field. Bobby Miller getting his warm-up tosses, and here's his lineup behind the big right-hander. Shohei Otani again leading it off. He's the designated hitter. Will Smith batting second and doing the catching. Freddie Freeman is at first. In left field, Teoscar Hernandez. Andy Pages is in center. Miguel Rojas starting at shortstop. In right field, Jason Hayward. Chris Taylor, another start at third base. Taylor will bat eighth, and batting ninth and playing at second base is Gavin Lux. For Miller, he has had a couple of tough outings in a row. Last Tuesday in Chicago, a no decision with just 2 innings, 3 runs for tonight's ball game. Dan Merzel will work the plate. He'll call the balls and strikes. Jordan Baker is at first. Stu Sherwater umpiring at second, and the crew chief, Mark Carlson, is over at third. We'll join you tomorrow at the same start time, 6 o'clock with the Bronco Casino Dodgers on Deck show. First pitch at 7:10, and Gavin Stone, in search of his 10th victory of the season, will be delivering that first pitch in Game 2 of this series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Gorgeous night for baseball. Happy to have you with us. Game 1, Dodgers in Diamondbacks, and with the play, here's Steven.
Thank you, Mo. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, we thank you for doing so on this beautiful Tuesday night. Game 1 of 3 of the series against the Diamondbacks. Game 1 of 6 of a homestand for the Dodgers. Bobby Miller has completed his warm-up process. Corbin Carroll, the leadoff batter, has stepped into the left-handed batter's box. As Miller steps back on the mound and delivers the first pitch, it is fouled on the left side and out of play. Strike 1 for Bobby Miller. First pitch at 7:10, temperatures at 75 degrees. Tonight's time and temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Miller ready for his 0-1. It's tapped in front of the plate. Will Smith running to his left, fields it, makes the throw to get the speedy Corbin Carroll, and the first out of the game.
Oh, that was a quick play. So difficult for catchers to come out of that crouch to begin with, find the ball, field the ball, and then you have to have a strong throwing arm to get the speed of Carroll.
Well, the Diamondbacks come in, having taken 2 of 3 from the struggling Oakland A's over the weekend, and they kick off a brutal stretch. 6 games through Los Angeles and San Diego.
Strike one, a curveball right in the middle of the plate to Ketel Marte, an all-star candidate at second base of the National League. This is a big start for Bobby Miller. Make no mistake. He steps into his 0-1, fires home, and gets a foul ball straight back in the net. He's ahead 0-2. His sixth start of the year, but third coming off the injured list after missing 10 weeks with shoulder inflammation. In his last start was a tough one, not far from his home. Against the White Sox in the south side of Chicago, just 2 innings, gave up 3 runs through 60 pitches. His 0-2 to Marte just misses the outside corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 38 pitches in the first inning alone, though, and gave up all 3 runs. In the first inning has been the issue for Bobby, really.
Yeah, it is. And just trying to establish exactly where the strike zone is on a consistent basis.
The 1-2. Upstairs, 98 miles per hour from Miller. And Marte checked his swing and had to throw his body back just to make sure he didn't get hit.
The other thing about Miller, Stephen, is the fact that he's given up a 280 average. It hasn't just been the fact of walking guys and going deep into counts.
The 2-2 was a curved ball, bounced in the dirt, and now the count is full on Marte.
2 things also keep in mind. Fastball, yes, okay, find the strike zone. Curveball, frequency, he can get it for strikes. And then what about the changeup?
Let's see what he gives for the payoff to Ketel Marte. The pitch is on the way. It tails outside, and it's a 1-out walk.
Now, those hurt. I mean, you have a hitter 0-2, who is a free swinger. He's had a big month of June, hit 341. You know he's not going to be that timid going to home plate.
I mean, that has been, one of the points of emphasis for Bobby Miller, putting guys away with 2 strikes. But even bigger before that is the walks. He just issued one to Marte. Now old friend Jock Peterson is up, swinging at the first pitch and missing on a 97-mile-per-hour heater. Strike 1.
For Peterson, he handles that fastball that's elevated exceptionally well this year. He's hit 382. Fastballs up.
Miller now out of the stretch. That's something that bothered him during his rehab appearances in the minors. Comes home to Jock with another fastball at the knees, called strike 2.
Well, you don't expect Marte to be going, and especially with that lead or lack thereof. If he keeps his left foot in place, he could fall back in foul territory.
Bobby checks over his front left shoulder. Very small lead off first base by Marte. Now another 0-2 pitch. Jock Peterson cuts on it and misses. 98 right by him. Bobby Miller feeling froggy with the fastball so far. That's his first strikeout.
First baseman, 53, Christian Walker.
And honestly, Mo, I think that's a really encouraging sign for the Dodgers, seeing Bobby Miller just attacking guys with the fastball, not trying to nitpick or nibble.
He threw those 3 pitches like he was hot under the collar after losing a hitter 0-2 and then walking him.
Now the dangerous Christian Walker, a certified Dodger killer, swinging at the first pitch and fouling it back into the low level. Strike 1. Because this man at Dodger Stadium has made a living feasting on Dodger pitchers.
Well, the Dodgers they have to pitch him better. I started looking at some numbers. You know, he's had a high percentage of swing and miss on pitches away from him. And that's where Smith's setting up the target right now, away.
Pitch clock violation on Bobby Miller, so that will even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. With Marte on first and 2 gone in the top of the first inning.
Walker, fastball away, 40% swing and misses.
Miller set for this 1-1 to Walker. And misses outside, pulling a fastball, 2-1.
Ball inside, lights out.
In his career, Christian Walker has played 39 games here at Dodger Stadium. His batting average is .312. He is slugging .672, good for a .1040 OPS. 14 home runs. The 2-1 fouled over the net, squaring the count 2-2.
And they moved the target inside right there and jammed him. Now do they go back outside, or is this a spot to say, hey, look, we're going to work in the breaking ball, but if you miss, then you're 3-2. You'll have the runner at first base going.
Marte basically on the hip with Freddie Freeman at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Walker. Here's the pitch from Miller. Grounded right to Miguel Rojas. He goes to Lux at second to get Marte. No problems for Bobby Miller even with the one-out walk to Marte. A scoreless top of the first inning. Shohei Otani will lead up for L.A. when we come back.
Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Pete Alonso in this sea of Mets fans?
And Alonso drives one deep left field, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso with his second home run of the day. Pete Alonso keeps on raking. Just very strong.
And there he is.
Casino.com.
Welcome back to Dodger Stadium. Scoreless top of the first for Bobby Miller. Now the Dodgers go to work on this Japanese Heritage Month. Japanese superstar Shohei Otani will lead off against the left-handed opener for Arizona, Joe Mantiply. This is the fourth time this year that the Dbacks have employed an opener against the Dodgers. The second for Mantiply. It also happened on May 20th. He pitched a clean inning. The Dodgers eventually won the game. Otani fouls strike one to the right side toward the Arizona dugout.
Steve, I just wonder if we're going to see more and more teams do this, in particular against the Dodgers. Lefty. And my point being, you've got Otani, a left-hander, then Will Smith on deck, and then you got another lefty, Freeman, trying to negate the top three hitters in the lineup.
Right now, setting up away as ball one meets them there, down and away.
We've already seen it on this road trip where teams are thinking, look, we'll start someone, and a lefty in particular, and try and reduce the game to 8 innings, if you will.
Shohei coming off an outstanding month in June. 12 homers and 24 driven in. Fly ball left field. Running after it, Gurriel on the warning track. He drops the ball as he slid to the dirt. So Shohei Otani will take second base. It was a long run for Gurriel. He slid to try and complete the catch, but he could not.
Tough play. The ball just tailing away and trying to go to the backhand side and make the catch. As the fastball was really an inside-out swing. The pitch was inside. Otani jogging down to first, then saw the ball off the glove and then kicked it into gear to go down to second base.
It's hit off the tip of the glove of Gurriel. Scored a leadoff double for Shohei Otani. He's on base for Will Smith. Mantiply out of the stretch. The left-hander looks back at second, comes home to Smith, and misses upstairs with ball one. And so, to your point, Mo, about starting against the Dodgers with a left-handed opener, well, when you got Will Smith, a lefty killer sandwiched between Shohei Otani and Freddie Freeman, you better get the lefties out. The 1-0. Smith takes off the plate, but called strike one. Will Smith's going to keep that in his back pocket for later.
Yep, and Smith, he started to warm up. Last game that he played at San Francisco, of course, you're looking at a guy over the last 3 years has had more plate appearances with runners in scoring position than any other player in baseball.
The 1-1 pitch. Smith swings and puts it in the seats foul. To fall behind in the count. And it came to life in San Francisco, 4 for 10 in that series, Mo, as you alluded to. That's after having just 2 hits in the 34 ABs previous to the series.
How about this? In the last 3 years, 33% of the plate appearances for Will Smith had been in this spot, runner in scoring position.
The 1-2 from Mantiply upstairs, squaring the count.
So it's not a small sample size. That's, by the way, that's 1,433 at-bats.
It underscores his importance in this Dodger lineup, especially without Mookie Betts, and Max Muncy. Otani on second. Mantiply stares at him. Now focuses on Smith. The 2-2 is skied high in the air. Just a casual fly ball. The left of center for Corbin Carroll. No chance for Otani to tag and head to third. He stays.
Mantiply a good changeup, and he got Smith to hit underneath the baseball.
Easier said than done, because again, Will owns an OPS at 1074 against Southpaws. But he heads back to the dugout. Freddie Freeman heads to the plate. 26 games in the month of June for Freddie Freeman. He reached in 23 of them. He awaits on the first offering from Mantiply. And he taps strike one off the plate. 6 home runs in June as well, which equaled the total that he had going into that month. 6 home runs the first 59 games of the year. You're wondering, where's the slug from Freddie Freeman? Well, he brought it back in June. Can he keep it going in July? Otani on second. The 0-1 from Mantiply. It's outside off the plate by a football one. Otani takes his lead. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Freeman swings and cranks the ball, and it tails down in right center field. No problems for Carroll, and there are 2 away. So you mentioned Will Smith and the number of opportunities he has with runners in scoring position. Teoscar Hernandez is in that same conversation. But he's going to have to wait for a new arm.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about. You try and reduce the threat. You can face 2 lefties in the very first inning, trying to negate that power. And here they're going to the right-hander, 4th batter into the game.
It'll be Ryan Nelson coming out of the bullpen to be the bulk man for Arizona. Joe Mantiply's night is done.
Head to your Southern California Ford dealers for great offers on a Ford F-150 truck.
This pitching change brought to you by Navien. High-efficiency tankless water heaters, boilers, and the new NPF Hydro Furnace. Next level comfort, perfect for your home and the environment. Learn more at hydrofurnace.com. So Otani, after the leadoff double, is still standing on second. There are now 2 out in the bottom of the first. The pitch to Teoscar Hernandez is fouled back into the net. 96-mile-per-hour fastball from Ryan Nelson. He's got a handful of offerings he could throw at you.
He's made 13 starts, plus now 2 basically coming out of the bullpen after a starter.
And that slash, fair ball down the right field line. Teoscar Hernandez with 2 outs. Delivers the first run of the game. He's now thinking 3 as it made its way all the way into the right field corner. An RBI triple for Teoscar Hernandez, and the Dodgers lead 1-0.
Boy, you talk about a game of inches. That ball just barely fair. Going down the line, the Dodgers strike pay dirt here in the first inning on a fastball pretty much down the middle. And kudos to the ball girl down the line. Not only got out of the way, got the bucket that she's sitting on also out of the way. Scurrying over the fence was one of the security guards. Boy, they're quick on their feet.
Now, that is a huge development for the Dodgers. Teoscar Hernandez has been ice cold coming into the series, but he helps them strike first. Ball 1 to Andy Pages. And the batter with 2 out in this first inning. The lead now 1. Took 2 pitches to get to Ryan Nelson. Here's his 1-0 to Pages, and the rookie stares at strike 1. Pages had hits in all 3 games in San Francisco. Finished the series 4 for 12. Last couple weeks haven't been the best for him, but maybe he turned a corner against the Giants. That's ball 2, a fastball just off his hands. Dodgers 1, Dbacks nothing, thanks to the 2-out RBI triple for Teoscar Hernandez. He's still on third. Can Andy Pages bring him home? He's ahead in the count. Now the pitch from Ryan Nelson. It's taken. Another fastball that lands in the zone, strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes on the rookie. And that is flared foul down the right side. Count stays 2-2. Hernandez is halfway between home and third. He'll drop back to third base.
With Hernandez getting the triple, first man that Nelson faced, that's been problematic for Nelson in first batters of innings that he pitches. Even though he came in, that first batter again, an obstacle course.
Still 2-2. The pitch from Nelson. Pages stares at a pitch down below the zone. Ooh, they spit on it. That was ball 3, but the Diamondbacks were walking off.
7 of the 9 were headed to the dugout. Only the left fielder and third baseman remained stationary.
So Andy's got the count full. Hernandez off third base, nobody holding him. And now this payoff. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Teo is stranded, but not before he delivered. Just slashing an RBI triple just inside the right field line. Give the Dodgers this 1-0 lead after 1's full.
Listen, I've been following you for a while, man. Bottom line is you get your A swing off and generate a lot of pop.
I just want to go.
I'm getting this A to B.
Oh, man. Straight to the ball, barrel. Hitting the ball is the hardest thing to do. I'm a person from 0-0. I'm looking for spin. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to look for spin, but I'm going to time up a fastball. 0-0. If you spin it, I'm swinging. Like, if you spin it in the middle, I'm going to destroy it.
Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Aaron Judge in this sea of Yankee fans?
That one is drill. A Judgian blast.
That is absolutely crushed.
Judge has done it again. Santa Maria. And it is going to be caught by Judge. How about that? So much fun to watch.
And there he is.
LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Top of the second inning brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Dodgers 1, Dbacks nothing. Bobby Miller will face 5, 6, and 7 for Arizona. His first pitch to Lourdes Gurriel is a fastball right at the top of the zone and inside of it, strike 1. Dodgers with 2 extra base hits in the first inning. Otani leadoff double, and Teoscar Hernandez RBI triple. Gurriel foul strike 2 back off the net. And so again, you're circling this start for Bobby Miller, trying to get his legs underneath him and generate some momentum and confidence. Like, okay, the first inning's been an issue. First pitch strikes have been an issue. As that's pulled left field line, hooking foul. Count stays 0-2. And so far, Mo, those tests have passed. First inning, just the 1 walk, no runs, and we've seen the majority first pitch strikes. 0-2. The pitch to Gurriel. Bounce to third. Chris Taylor handles it and makes the throw to Freeman. 1 away.
Well, Bobby Miller, after the start, very frustrated indeed after the start in Chicago against the White Sox. It was interesting, his post-game comment, talking about a little awkwardness that he has right now. And his quote was, "It feels like I'm going through spring training again."
Yeah. Gabriel Moreno, the catcher, first game since the 21st of June. He's been out with a thumb injury. A fastball at 98, but it's too high. Ball 1. And so, likening these struggles or the current situation for Miller to spring training is interesting on a number of points. That's ball 2. Another fastball off the plate outside. Because it signals that he's still not comfortable. And that would be worrisome if it were a little later in the year. The Dodgers are hoping that here in June, or now in July, excuse me, as he gives Moreno strike 1, that he can get that ball rolling, because this is a young man, 25 years old. He has really never lacked for confidence. Steps into his 2-1 and gets strike 2 on a foul ball.
I've never seen a lot of young players that come up, first of all, that can throw as hard as he does, and I don't know of anyone that feels tentative when you can deliver it up there at about 100 miles an hour.
But also have confidence and command and off speed.
Exactly, and that's what has been elusive.
Now the 2-2. That is a slider outside and down. Ball 3. And the fastball has been working tonight. Where does he go to his trademark change? His 3-2 pitch is a fastball, and it's taken the other way, right field, pushing Hayward back toward the warning track. In front of it, he jumps at a stop and makes the catch. There are 2 gone.
I'm going to bring up a question here. That was at 96. Now, there's nothing wrong with 96. It's not the 98, the 100 that we see from time to time. He'd thrown over 200 pitches. I think it was last year that were 100 or higher. My point being, did he take a little extra off to make the command of the strike zone on a payoff pitch 3-2?
His first pitch to Eugenio Suarez is a breaking ball,
which is a nice problem to have. We can maybe dial it back a little bit and still deliver it at 96.
I was going to say, if the answer is yes, because right now we can't talk to Bobby, we're in the booth, but you could speculate.
You can still talk to him. He just won't answer.
That's a net win for him. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. I think you would be pleased if the answer was yes, because
exactly.
Yeah, I think that's something that a lot of young pitchers struggled to learn, or some of them never learn. The 1-1 misses low. 2 balls and a strike on the third baseman.
Well, the old story is for younger players that can dial it up higher than most others at whatever age that they are. Rely upon that because it's on easy street. Guys can't catch up to it. At this level, they will eventually catch up to it.
The 2-1 is a pulled fastball at 98. He's fallen behind Suarez 3-1, and this is not a guy you want to lose because he has had a really tough first season in the desert after being traded from Seattle. Batting 196 on the year, 146 since the end of May. The 3-1 is fouled off the plate, filling up this count.
Well, here's one of the hitters also you want to give it 2 strikes. Why? Well, it's the 3rd lowest average in the National League with 2 strikes, 106, but you have to throw strikes.
He struck out 214 times last year, did Suarez. He's already at 92 punch-outs this year as Miller steps into this 3-2. Gets a foul ball. Another fastball, this one at 97.
Well, Arizona got off to a slow start to begin with. Then they surged back to 500 on the 21st of June. Then they dropped 5 of 6 before beating the A's both Saturday and Sunday. Yesterday was an off day, and then they opened it up again here.
Miller's going to try again. The 3-2. Swung on and misses. Sword and a strikeout for Bobby Miller. It's a 1-2-3 second inning, punctuated with his second strikeout of the game. It's a shutdown second, preserving this 1-0 Dodger lead.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports. Welcome to the future, Dickerson. All your trophy muscles are irrelevant.
What are you talking about?
For 46 years, the Ford...
Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Mookie Betts in this sea of Dodger fans?
Nothing on a baseball field that Mookie Betts does not excel at.
Mookie Betts with a solo home run.
We're just used to Mookie Betts making these outstanding athletic plays.
And there he is.
Ryan Nelson's first pitch is pummeled to left field, pushing Gurriel back toward the wall. He jumps backwards and reaches up to make the catch. So a loud first out of the second inning for the Dodgers.
You know what Miguel Rojas has done exceptionally well is make contact. Very few swings and misses. I mean, it's one of the lower percentages that you look at, and you know, until now with the absence of Mookie Betts, out with a fractured hand, that was playing kind of sparingly here and there.
Jason Hayward steps in with nobody on and one out in the second. Takes Nelson's first pitch, a fastball inside. Jason Hayward had 2 hits on Saturday. He's in front 2-0. One of those hits the big triple in that 7-run 11th inning in a wild Game 2 against the Giants. It was the only 2 hits he had in the series in 12 ABs. The 2-0 is bounced to first, and Walker, the Gold Glove first baseman, handles it on a couple hops and steps on the bag himself. And now Chris Taylor. And Mo, I got to be honest, if I had to pick one guy outside of Shohei Otani leading off that I was most excited to see tonight, it's probably Chris Taylor, because he's starting to swing the bat, and Dave Roberts has said CT's going to get a runway to play at third base. The first pitch from Nelson. Taylor takes ball 1.
Well, since the middle of June, 14th of June to be exact, he's 9 for 20. That's a .450 average.
Wow.
With 4 extra base hits. So the swing has gotten better. In particular, the contact.
Here's the 1-0. Taylor swings and fouls it away. Strike 1. Into the upper deck on the right side above the Diamondback dugout. So 9 hits since June 14th. He has 18 hits on the year. So half of his hits on the season have come in the last 9 games. Nelson's 1-1. It's a fastball and it's too high. Taylor's in front. He made a mechanical tweak to his swing while in New York for the Yankees series. Took a little bit for that tweak to get comfortable, but now he's starting to see results. The 2-1, that's a base hit through the right side. Ketel Marte, the second baseman, was shifted over toward the bag for Taylor to pull, and he sliced one the other way.
Well, there's a couple of things that Taylor has done. You mentioned he's changed the swing. That was the object. Really, he voiced it right before spring training. He said, look, he bought into the launch angle too much. So, look, I need to get back to the line drive swing. But he was having a lot of swings, barrel of the bat below the hands, and an uppercut.
He's now 8 for his last 17 on fastballs. That was against a four-seamer. Swung on and missed by Gavin Lux. Strike one to him. Taylor on first, 2 out in the second inning. The Dodgers ahead 1-0. Now for Lux, he's got a batting average above 300 his last week or so. Ball one inside.
The ball in Deluxe, he's handled that much better than the ball away. Very similar to Will Smith. He's handled the ball inside much better.
Taylor takes his lead ahead of the 1-1. It's in the dirt. It skips away from Moreno. And now CT's in scoring position. And we love to highlight how Gavin Lux is at his best this year when there are runners in scoring position. Lux batting .305 in 59 ABs with teammates on second or third. 18 of his 21 RBIs in this situation. A 2-1 pitch. It's fouled away, strike two. So Taylor on second after the ball got away from Moreno. Scored a wild pitch on Nelson, not a pass ball on Moreno. Shohei Otani on deck. But first, this 2-2. And Lux stays alive. It's a knuckling foul ball back toward the Dodgers on deck circle. It was a 2-out hit in the first inning. A triple from Teoscar Hernandez that gave the Dodgers the lead. Can Lux follow suit? The 2-2 bounce to the right side. Marte charges in, has the ball in his glove. It makes the throw to Walker. So Taylor is stranded, but the Dodgers still lead 1-0.
The exclusive home of the Dodgers.
Brings up Bobby Witt Jr., who's 2 for 2 with a single and a triple today. Fastball hit high in the air, deep straightaway center. Martin races back at the track, at the fence. It's out of here! Bobby Witt Jr.'s first home run of the season.
Dodger fans, don't miss a single second of action. Get every pitch, run, and out. Uber Eats is now at Dodger Stadium, so skip the line and order from your seat using the Uber Eats app. Pick up when notified and enjoy Dodger baseball. Dodgers enjoy a 1-0 lead as we say hello for this third inning. Bobby Miller facing Alek Thomas, the center fielder in the 8th spot of the order. It's a fastball outside. The lefty Thomas, ball one. Thomas was activated off the injured list today along with Gabriel Moreno. The 1-0 for Miller. Another fastball. This time it's up and away. Ball 2. Was injured during the 4th game of the year. 2-0 pitch is pulled foul toward the camera wall next to his own dugout. Strike 1. A hamstring strain, a pretty serious one. Was originally supposed to come back in early May, but his rehab was paused a couple of times. Thomas, not a big guy, listed at 5'11", 175. The 2-1 from Miller's. Popped over the net behind home plate, squaring the count 2-2. But he is a speedy center fielder.
Some of the guys that can really run, you start to get leg injuries. It's not just, a leg injury. That takes away a big dimension of their overall game.
2 balls, 2 strikes. After Thomas took time, Bobby's ready to go. Here's the pitch. It's inside, a good breaking ball, but Thomas did not bite. Last year, Thomas with just .230 for the Dbacks. They came on in the postseason on their run to the World Series. The payoff misses outside. It is a leadoff walk to the wrong kind of guy.
Hey, friends, the final phase of this year's MLB All-Star Ballot presented by BuildSubmarines.com is here, and it's here right now. So vote for your favorite Dodger up to 5 times a day at MLB.com/vote. Voting ends, by the way, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, Pacific time.
Geraldo Perdomo, the shortstop, takes a curveball downstairs. That's ball 1.
You can also go on the Dodger website, just scroll down the middle of the page or look off to the right, either one. But the voting ends phase 2, 9 a.m. Pacific tomorrow. You can vote up to 5 times.
Taylor in on the cut of the grass at third. Popped up left side. Going back is Taylor, now on foul ground on the warning track. He makes the catch. That's out number 1.
Talking about the voting, that means if you get in there now, if you're not voted today, you can vote 5 times tonight and then get up early in the morning, fight 5 more times.
And just to kind of put the fans on a little secret, it's just by email address. So if you have multiple email addresses, you can vote more than 5 times.
Well, most households have more than maybe one computer.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Dodger fans got to get after it because of the lack of voting support. Will Smith
and how many of us do have multiple email addresses?
I do.
Yeah. Well,
it's a breaking ball, curveball.
Most people in the witness protection program do.
Don't get my address. 1 ball, no strikes on Corbett Carroll. Grounded out to catcher, leading off the game. This little nubber in front of home plate that Will Smith made a good play on. Good snare on this pitch inside, a fastball that Smith had to reach across his body to get.
Now that's 2-0.
Yep.
After you lose the first batter in this inning. So Miller's still not able to dial it in, not with the frequency that he would like.
Out of the stretch, this 2-0. That's strike 1 at the knees.
I just got corrected. In this final vote, folks, you can only vote 1 time a day.
Oh.
So again, if you have 10 different emails, that means 10 votes.
2 balls and a strike on Carroll. Runner on and 1 on the top of the third. The Dodgers ahead 1-0. And that's ball 3 to Carroll.
What does they say about the voting? You have to be creative sometimes.
Yeah. Look, if you're not stretching the rules, then you're not trying to get your favorite players in the Midsummer Classic. I think that's the classic saying.
Well, DeRocher said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Carroll steps out, taking time. Dodgers leading 1-0, but speedy threat on the bases in Thomas, and another one at the plate who is ahead 3-1. The pitch from Miller. Fly to center. No problems for Andy Pages. He lets Teoscar Hernandez know that he has it, and he does so in left center. Thomas stays on first base, now 2 out in the third. Diamondbacks have 2 base runners so far against Bobby, both via the walk. Here's Ketel Marte. He was the first walk of the game.
17 home runs, and 10 of those have been on the road.
Miller's first pitch is up and away. That one, I don't know how Will Smith kept that in front with how much movement it had. It was a breaking ball. Ball one. The last time the D-backs were here, Ketel Marte was the hottest hitter on planet Earth, seemingly. He had the 5th longest hitting streak in D-backs history at the time. I think it was 21 games or so. No hitting streak to speak of this time, but he's still swinging the bat well. Grounds it to second. Gavin Lux is there. Takes his time throwing to Freddie Freeman. And that leadoff walk to Thomas does not hurt Bobby Miller or the Dodgers. They're strolling back to the dugout, going back to work when we come back.
Look how much better Big Mike looks as he walks to the plate than even a month ago.
Oh, boy. Take a good look. You won't see this for long. That's why the Rockies drafted him twice. Got him the second time in the first round out of UCLA. And he makes it 1-0. Home run number 7 for Big Mike.
111 off the bat, 462 feet.
But as the summer has heated things up, the big bats are driving the ball now.
Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Jose Altuve in this photo of Astros fans?
Altuve's done it again. Jose Altuve up to the train track. What a play by Jose Altuve. Jose Altuve circles the bases again. Jose.
And there he is.
AMPM, official convenience store of the Dodgers. AMPM, too much good stuff. This inning is led off by Shohei Otani, who started the game with a double. Came around to score on Teoscar Hernandez's triple. That's how the Dodgers lead this game 1-0. Fouls back the first pitch of the 3rd inning from Nelson. It's strike one.
The first pitches of at-bats for Shohei Otani is hitting .333 this year with 5 home runs.
The pitch is downstairs, leveling the count 1-1.
He also has 9 home runs leading off an inning.
Do it again, Show. The 1-1. Taken. That's low and away, ball 2. Now 12 games in the leadoff spot, and he's taken to this position well, filling in for Mookie Betts. 9 homers, 18 RBIs, 16 runs. The 2-1 is bounce foul, and Shohei flips his bat. He's in some pain. Just threw the bat down in disgust after he fouled it off his lower body. Thomas Albert, Will Ireton will come out to check on him. That went right off his front foot. Looks like his toe area. He does have a guard on that front right shoe. But that doesn't mean that baseballs and the force they make off a foul ball can't hurt you.
Well, we talk about the velocity of pitches. Imagine the velocity of a batted ball that goes off the bat and right down to your foot.
Otani hands his bat to Thomas Albert, the athletic trainer, and tries to mock taking off for a run. He's staying in the game, and the Dodger fans here happy about that. Dave Roberts especially relieved. He'll head back with Albert and Ireton. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Shohei here in the bottom of the 3rd. He's ready, so is Ryan Nelson. He steps into the 2-2. And Otani fouls it back, and it kind of shakes off that front right leg again. Didn't have every ounce of his force turning into that front toe, Mo.
This puppy is still barking.
Yeah, no doubt. Another 2-2 on the way. Otani strikes out swinging a 96-mile-per-hour fastball up and in on the corner from Nelson. That is a perfect pitch if you're reading the Otani scouting report on where to go after.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of pitchers going away from him, and they paid the price. The last couple of years, that ball up and in. Of course, there's a few hundred hitters that fall in that category. Up and in is a little difficult.
Now Will Smith, base is empty, one out. First pitch is put in the seats, a souvenir foul. Will flew out to Alec Thomas in center his first time up. I guess the most notable thing about that swinging strikeout for Otani is as he completed that swing, he made sure to get off that front foot, like kind of swung his body open to take the pressure off of it. It's ball one just off the plate outside. Will Smith has an even count. Yosuke Nakajima, another member of the athletic training staff, now checking on Otani in the Dodger dugout. The 1-1 to Smith. Opposite field, fly ball, tailing, foul. Since May 5th, Will Smith's batting average is a hair above 200. And that's taken his season average from 347 to the 269 mark he brought into tonight. And the biggest bugaboo in this cold spell for Will has been the breaking balls, non-fastballs.
Yeah, in particular away.
So let's see what Nelson gives on the 1-2. It's lined into left field for a base hit. It's a hard-hit ground ball between Suarez at third and Perdomo at short. It's a one-out single for Will.
Yeah, tried to sneak a 95-mile-an-hour fastball by him. They tried to go upstairs, but they did not get it high enough.
That's the fourth hit of the game for the Dodgers. Runner on in front of Freddie Freeman. Freddie's 0 for 1. Batting average now at 295 this year. Goes after the first pitch, a breaking ball that tails away. Got a piece of it foul.
Freddie Freeman, the last 2 years against starting pitching. Doesn't matter who it is, the last 2 years. Put all of them into a group. The 326 average against starting pitchers. That's the top third of Major League Baseball.
The 0-1 bounced to the left side and through. Suarez couldn't make a play on it. Will Smith going first to third. Back-to-back signals for the Dodgers, and we got something cooking with one out in the third.
Well, good hitting by Freddie Freeman, who likes to go in that area of the ballpark anyway, and then heads up running also by Will Smith. He's not the fastest of runners, but as soon as Gurriel, a right-handed thrower, to reach out with the left hand with the glove, feel it, and then turn his back to the infield, that's when Smith just continued to third base.
2 on for Teoscar Hernandez, who's responsible for the lone run on the scoreboard for either side. A 2-out triple that scored Otani in the first inning. First pitch, soft ground ball right side of the mound. Nelson goes to second. Perdomo kicks the bag for 1. Can't turn 2. Will Smith scores on the play. That doubles the Dodger lead. We'll hold up to see if the Diamondbacks want to challenge the safe call at first. For now, Hernandez is standing on the bag.
Yeah, they're not going to challenge that one. And the heads-up running of Will Smith taking third base on that ball that Freddie Freeman was able to hit. That's the difference in scoring a run or not scoring a run.
Once Will Smith saw that Nelson had his back to him and was going to second instead of trying to pivot and turn home, he took off for home plate. So it's a 2-0 lead now. 1 on, 2 gone. Andy Pages watches strike 1. Nelson's 0-1. Upstairs. So Hernandez, thanks to his work so far tonight, up to 57 RBIs on the year. Entered the series tied for 5th in the National League in runs batted in. Small lead off first, the 1-1 pitch. Pages stares at it, it's off the plate, and ball number 2. Pages has been especially good here at home at Dodger Stadium. A .283 batting average here in L.A. The 2-1. Good cut. Fouled back. 95-mile-per-hour fastball.
Well, that series up in San Francisco where the Dodgers lost 2 of the 3 games. The victory was that 7-run 11th inning. They won it 14-7. But they were really out-hit. In particular, many more opportunities, runners in scoring position.
The pitch. Another foul ball.
Dodgers in that series were 11 for 30 runners in scoring position in San Francisco. The Giants had 47 at-bats, runners in scoring position.
They seemingly had 47 doubles in that series. It was just only 10 on Sunday. Another 2-2 coming. Pages breaks his bat. A little soft liner on one hop. Perdomo gathers and flips it to Marte to retire Teoscar Hernandez. And those two share a high five and some smiles. The Dodgers enjoy a 2-0 lead as we wave goodbye to the bottom of the third here in L.A.
And here's another one I believe went off the scoreboard. If you miss in the middle of the plate with Max Muncy, he's good. Look at that level swing right there. And he's a hitter. But what I love, watch him drop. What he does is he moves his hands and he loads into the back leg. Here you see the knob facing the catcher, which I really love because that's the power position for any power hitter.
On its official home.
Enhance your listening experience. Download the iHeartRadio app and listen HD. Powered by LA Care Health Plan, serving all Angelinos. LACare.org. Bobby Miller's first pitch to Jock Peterson is a fastball and strike number 1. The Dodgers now leading the D-backs 2-0. Teoscar Hernandez with both RBIs tonight. An RBI triple in the first, an RBI ground out in the third. Breaking ball spiked in front of home plate. Ball 1 to Jock. Miller got Peterson swinging in the first inning. Jock now 2 for his last 20 the last 7 games. Big swing, big miss. Beautiful breaking ball tailing arm side away from the barrel of Jock Peterson, who's going to step out and take time behind 1 and 2. Grounded right side and through. Gavin Lux dives but could not make a play. And Peterson pulls a base hit through the small shift. A leadoff base hit for Arizona. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Dodgers Audio Network.
This is LA Dodgers baseball. KLAC Los Angeles, KYSR, HD2 Los Angeles, and iHeart radio station.
There goes the no-hitter for Bobby Miller, the first hit of the game off the bat of old friend Jock Peterson. Runner on for Christian Walker in this 2-0 Dodger lead. It's ball 1 brushing Walker back. Miller out of the stretch, settling his feet, basically in the middle of the rubber. Kicks and fires. And it gets a check swing from Walker. No appeal. He held up strong. 2 balls, no strikes. A back-to-back Gold Glove Award winner at first base in the National League, and also an intimidating slugger. 2-0 pitch from Miller is fouled upstairs, and Bobby's got a strike. Two-one pitch. High in the air, pulled foul. That might leave the stadium, get over the upper deck. I think it did land on the roof foul. Basically straight up from where the Dodger dugout is. Let's just show you.
That's what you call really being out in front of a pitch.
Just a tick. Just a tick. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Walker. Peterson on first. No out in the top of the 4th inning. And we have time taken, I want to say, for Christian Walker.
Yep.
All right, he steps back in. Right-handed slugger is ready. The pitch from Miller. Hit in the air, center field. And going back is Pajes. He's at the wall, and that ball is gone. Now, Christian Walker put his head down after hitting it. Kind of indicated that maybe he didn't get all of it. He most definitely did. His 18th home run of the year, a 2-run blast, and the Diamondbacks have tied the game at 2. Christian Walker crushes the Dodgers again.
Walker has not hit the ball with authority on fastballs away from him, really, the last couple of years. So he had the count 2-2 after he fouled off the pitch. He called timeout and took a couple of deep breaths. Well, it paid off.
So back-to-back hits for the Diamondbacks to open the 4th, and we got a new ball game, tied at 2. Now Lourdes Gurriel lines one through the left side. Taylor dove at it, but could not make the catch. So 3 hits in a row against Bobby Miller to start the 4th.
The Dodgers are hoping Miller has a good outing here in this game tonight, because the last 2 games combined, starters went a total of just 7 innings. 14 earned runs, 19 hits. Direct opposite of that was the bullpen. The last 2 games, they were 12 innings, allowed just 2 earned runs.
First pitch on the way to Gabriel Moreno. It's a curveball missing downstairs, 1-0.
We were mentioning the 10 doubles hit by the Giants on Sunday.
Yeah.
We've run up the number. It's the most given up by the Dodgers in a game since April 11th. 1912. Also against the Giants.
Wow. 2 balls, no strikes now on Moreno. Miller still out of the stretch. Big swing, big miss, 96 right by the swinging bat of Moreno. It's 2-1.
Again, it's not the 98, the 99, or occasionally the 100. But it's 96. It was upstairs, really right to the target.
It's 2-1. Bobby delivers. That's grounded through the right side. Just a little cue shot. This tap between Freeman and Lux. That is 4 consecutive hits to open the 4th inning. And yeah, Mark Pryor is running out of the dugout now. I mean, that last one wasn't hit especially hard, but it was hit. Consultation on the mound brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, the official law firm of the Dodgers. For a free consultation, call 1-800-5-MILLION, because everyone deserves justice. So the Diamondbacks began the night 0 for 7 against Bobby Miller's 4-seam fastball. The last 2 hits, singles from Gurriel and Moreno, both on 4-seamers. And that's on the heels of a slider that got taken deep by Christian Walker. So it's tied at 2. There are 2 on. There are no out for Arizona. Our Pryor has just returned to the dugout. now Bobby Miller really has to refocus and reset. Scurrying in the Dodger bullpen down the left field line. No throwing yet, but guys are stretching and starting to get warm. Miller now at 61 pitches. The first to Suarez is a sinker down and in, ball one. So after the first 3 innings, Mo, Bobby Miller was seemingly cruising. Just 2 base runners. There are 4 straight to begin the 4th frame. The 1-0. Taken because it's another ball downstairs.
Yeah, but he's fallen behind 2 balls and no strikes to 3 of the last 5 hitters in this inning.
The 2-0 pitch. And that's ball 3. This is unraveled quickly for Bobby Miller. Single, home run, single, single. And now 3 straight pitches to miss the strike zone on Eugenio Suarez. Gotta be careful. On 3-0, it is a fastball, and it is called strike 1, though it looked to be a little low. So Bobby and will take strike 1.
Suarez had taken 8 steps to first base.
And then made a big loop back into the right-handed batter's box. Gurriel on second, Moreno on first. Can Bobby execute? 3-1. And that's at the knees, strike 2.
Yeah, he took 1 step towards first base there.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Game tied at 2. The Diamondbacks have 2 aboard and no out. The pitch. And Suarez fouls it back toward the Dodgers on deck circle. Count remains the same. Miller will try with another payoff. Inside, ball 4.
That time Suarez waited to hear ball 4 being called before he made a step out. But for Miller, this is the area that he begins to struggle. Here's the question that I have with Miller. Okay, we're seeing 96. Is that by design? In this technological phase of baseball, everybody's concerned about spin rate, velocity. We're seeing the velocity down. But again, is that by design to maybe have better control of the strike zone, which he has not found yet?
No. Bases loaded, no out, top of the 4th inning. Diamondbacks have already tied the game in this inning thanks to a 2-run home run from Dodger killer Christian Walker with Jock Peterson on base in front of him. Now they're loaded for Alek Thomas. First pitch, curveball, sir. That's a check swing and strike number 1 on the appeal down to crew chief Mark Carlson at third. It should have been called strike anyway, but whatever the case, it's 0-1. Dodger infield playing back. The 0-1 pitch is pulled, right field, hooking into the net, foul. It's 0-2 now. First 5 aboard for Arizona in the 5th inning. Still nobody throwing in the Dodger bullpen. I think that pen is trying to wait as long as possible to continue doing so, given how much work they have had to do the last few days. Miller's 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Just put a 96-mile-per-hour fastball right by Thomas, and that is out number 1.
Yeah, that was up and in, so that's perfect placement. And for Miller, it's kind of strange. Okay, you get a perfect placement right there. You've had difficulty throwing the strikes in this inning.
Bottom of the order, Geraldo Perdomo. The shortstop was an all-star last year for Arizona. Miller now at 3 Ks. A good block by Will Smith on a curveball down in the dirt. Between Perdomo's neon green, Jock Peterson's mustard yellow, and whatever we see from Kike Hernandez, there's a competition going on. What the award is, we don't know, Mo. Popped up on the infield. Miguel Rojas right in front of the bag at second. Now on the grass is underneath out number 2. Runners stay where they're at.
Just noticing also at third base, Gurriel was getting a huge lead to begin with because Taylor's well off the bag at third. Gurriel was beginning almost halfway to home plate.
Bases still loaded for the Diamondbacks. 2 out. The leadoff batter Corbin Carroll steps in. Dodgers 2, Arizona 2. Knotted up in the 4th inning. Bobby limit the damage to the 2 runs. His pitch to Carroll. Tails outside, ball 1. Will Smith thought about a back pick at third base to Gurriel, but Chris Taylor is playing well off the bag and deep.
Taylor's in a different area code.
Yeah.
And that's where they have him positioned. But it's really important. You don't throw a ball in the dirt as close to what Gurriel is to begin with.
The 1-0. That's tap foul on a check swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the first 5 in this inning reach for Arizona. Miller has gotten the last 2. And he hunkered down to make it 3 in a row. He fires a 1-1. That's in there, strike 2. Right in the heart of the plate. Good changeup from Bobby Miller. Now Dodger Stadium trying to inspire him to a 3rd strike and a 3rd out in what's been a tough 4th inning. Some fans standing. All fans clapping. The sun setting at Dodger Stadium. Miller has the ball at the letters. The 1-2 to Carroll. Bounce in front of home plate. Will Smith blocks it. The throw back to third. And Taylor, because he was in that different area code, wasn't there in time to put the tag on Gurriel, who was halfway, maybe 60% of the way home at third base.
Well, a good stomp by Will Smith. That ball was about 4 feet in front of home plate when it bounced.
Gurriel thought that was going to get by Smith. Not sure. He takes his lead. Bases loaded. The 2-2. Ground ball right side. Lux charges. Has to get it out quickly. He does. Carroll's retired. And Bobby Miller screaming at himself. Some words that we can't say, but you could probably guess. He leaves the bases loaded, but the Diamondbacks do tie it on the 2-run home run from Christian Walker. So in the middle of the 4th, it's a 2.
We do not mess up your name. We pride ourselves here on MLB Central.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
On getting them right. We have a little game for you. Are you ready? Blow or Lau had his first big league hit against Nathan Eovaldi.
Wow.
No.
Oh.
Your first knock's Eovaldi?
Off the end of the bats.
That's a nice one, though.
Yeah.
What were you thinking right there?
Oh, this is your first knock? That doesn't count.
Have you ever hit 1,000 for a year?
There you go.
Towards the gap, right center field. That's fading in for a base hit. And it's 1-0 Baltimore. On the second RBI base hit for Adley Rutschman this afternoon. Rutschman sends that one through the air. Rosario back at the wall. A grand slam for Adley Rutschman. And just like that, Rutschman kicks down the door.
3 for 3 with men in scoring position today. Raises his average even more.
On its exclusive home.
Rojas, Hayward, and Taylor on the Dodgers docket in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Dodgers no longer leading. The Diamondbacks tied it at 2 in the top of the fourth inning, but it could have been a lot worse. The first 5 reached, the bases were loaded with no out. Bobby Miller was able to wiggle out of it and keep the game tied. Iggy Rowe lined out his first time up. His batting average at .295 this year. First pitch from Ryan Nelson. His ball 1 down and away. The 1-0. Rojas takes. It's strike 1 on the outer corner. Strong series in San Francisco to continue what's been a strong run and a strong year for Rojas. The 1-1. Bounce to the left side. Suarez comes in, makes the play on the cut of the grass, and throws Rojas out. So Hayward is up, and Chris Taylor now on deck. Suddenly red hot, Chris Taylor. Who's on Deck is brought to you by On Deck. For small business lending that's fast and easy, go to OnDeck.com. The pitch to Hayward. Inside, and ball 1. Hayward, his batting average here at Dodger Stadium about 70% lower, points lower than it is on the road. He's in front, 2 balls, no strikes, as Nelson missed again. The Diamondback righty steps back with his left foot, kicks up and fires home, and he's on the board with strike 1. Just 24 hits this year for Jason, but 13 of them have been for extra bases. The most recent being the triple on Saturday in San Francisco. The 2-1. Turned on 1 hop. It eats up Walker. He takes a minute to find it. He flips to Nelson, who was there covering the bag. And so the Gold Glover gets bailed out by his pitcher there. There are 2 out in the inning now.
Anytime's a good time to come out to Dodger Stadium, and you can watch the boys in blue take on the Red Sox. 3-game series beginning on Friday, July 19th. So for tickets, don't get left out and get your tickets early. Dodgers.com/tickets.
Before seeing a pitch, Chris Taylor takes time. The pitch clock had something to do with that. He singled in the second with 2 out and was stranded there. But would you believe it, Mo? Chris Taylor is now 10 for his last 21. That's a .476 clip.
Good for him. He's worked hard.
Takes the first pitch from Nelson. It's off the plate and ball 1.
One of the big compliments that you can have for a player is that they never take their at-bats onto the field. And that's what Chris Taylor, you can't tell if he's 0 for 4 or 4 for 4 the way he plays the game. He plays it hard all the time.
Checks up on strike 1. But make no mistake, the struggles this year were absolutely eating at him. And it's really a miracle that they didn't eat them all up, you know? Here's the 1-1. Taylor swings through strike number 2. I remember talking to him in Pittsburgh before the Dodgers went to New York to face the Yankees, and he said that's something, the point you just made is something he's had to work hard at. He used to take his work home with him. Now the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Ryan Nelson sends Rojas, Hayward, and Taylor down in order. And so the game remains tied at 2 after 4. It looks like Bob.
And it brings up Fernando.
In the air to deep left field, Fernando. Gone! Padres take a 5-3 lead. Third home run of the night for the Padres.
And Fernando with his 14th of the year.
Oh, and the big hop before third base. The swag is back, Jesse.
He got away with the 0-2 pitch. That was a fastball right down the middle of the plate. However, he did not get away with the breaking ball. He hung in that same middle of the plate.
446 feet.
Casino at San Manuel. San Manuel is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.com.
We welcome you back for the top of the fifth inning. Dodgers and D-backs tied at 2. Bobby Miller facing Ketel Marte and gets strike one on a foul ball. Rick Monday, 2 amazing things just happened. First and foremost, we have the Godfather here in the booth with us, that being Jim Hill. The second thing's Javi Herrera, the ball boy who gained worldwide fame for saving Shohei Otani's life, was just showed on the video board. The 0-1, line to center field, but Pajes is waiting for it. That's the first out of the fifth inning. And it was an unintentional, but maybe intentional curtain call that Javi took because there was a ball being thrown back toward him. He went to field it, but he came out of the dugout and got a standing ovation.
Well, a big ovation because everybody knows is that, hey, he saved Shohei Otani from maybe a disastrous injury in San Francisco, a line drive that went into the dugout. And he just reached up and grabbed it before it hit Otani, who was right behind him.
Ball went up and away to Jock Peterson.
I know one thing is that everybody in the dugout just had a wonderful, wonderful moment.
That was amazing.
When he came out to get the baseball and got a huge round of applause from the stadium.
1-0 Jock. Big swing, big miss, 96 right by him.
This is the other part, too, is that Alex Torres is the Dodgers' equipment manager. He's more than that. I mean, he's the
lifeline.
He takes care of all of us. And the crew that he has in the locker room, they are superb at what they do.
The best of the best. They've been here for so long. It's it's going to sound cliche and sound mawkish, but it's a family, and they become part of that clubhouse's family, no matter who has come through there. Good slider, good changeup, I should say, from Bobby Miller. Get another silly swing from Jock. 2-2.
For example, the buses come back in from San Francisco. The buses pull in to the parking lot. And as they're getting off, the clubhouse guys are already there. They have unloaded all the personal bags and their bus side. I mean, you don't have to wait for it to be unloaded. They've already done it.
2-2 in the air, left field. Going back, Taylor at third. He calls off Teo and makes the catch. They're now 2 out in the fifth.
And that doesn't happen all the time. You come back in, you got luggage. And boy, did we have luggage coming back in. Family trip.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the truck, and there's Alex, and there's the guys, and they unloaded it, and you have your bags, and you're gone within 5 minutes. It just saves you so much time. They're just wonderful.
He's not wonderful. Christian Walker. Strike one from Bobby on a 97-mile-per-hour heater. I mean, he has now played 7 games. This is the 7th game for Walker against the Dodgers this year. He's got 5 homers. I'm clearly sick of it, Mo.
Yeah, well, 23 career.
1-1.
But that being said, swing and miss, fastball away 40% of the time. The 3rd highest in baseball.
He fouls back, fastball
so my question
off
is,
the mask of Will Smith.
Here's my point. That was a fastball right down the middle.
Yep.
Why? So it tells me that the command of the strike zone where Miller wants to throw it, because that was right down Broadway. And off the mask of Will Smith.
Yeah, he's okay. He gives thumbs up to the Dodger dugout, but we've had enough of those scares with Will. Bobby Miller about to throw his 89th pitch of the night. Bases empty, 2 out in the top of the 5th. The game tied at 2. Here comes to Walker. It's another fastball, and Walker fouls into the Loge level down the first base side.
And that was up. That was right at the top of the strike zone. A pitch that Walker normally doesn't handle nearly as well as that ball. I guarantee you, there's 2 guys who are already irritated about pitches that they missed. Miguel Rojas' last at bat and Walker this at bat.
1-2, Bayou. Whip back to the heater, and he yells off the mound, and Walker tosses his bat, sort of stared back at him. Bobby just trying to fire himself up. Walker might have took a little bit of offense.
Cruz, 2 hits, a solo homer to center. High in the air, deep right. The first multi-home run game for Ellie De La Cruz. An impressive 2-run shot to deep right. And it's 11.
Not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
They not like us. They not like us.
After a 1-2-3 top of the fifth, the Dodgers back to work, starting with Gavin Lux. Ryan Nelson's first pitch is off the plate, but called strike 1. Dodgers and D-backs knotted at 2. 9-1 and 2 on the slate this inning for LA. It's ball 1 downstairs. Dodgers took the lead in the first. Teoscar Hernandez 2-out triple, scoring Shohei Otani. Then an RBI ground out for Teo in the third, so they led 2-0. But Christian Walker tied it on a 2-run blast to left center. A 1-1. Lux waves at strike number 2.
A good changeup.
That was nasty from Nelson.
Off the plate, set him up with the fastball. And went changeup away.
Here we go with the 1-2. Lux bends out of the way. It's a fastball upstairs and ball number 2. The 2-2 pitch. That is also upstairs. Couldn't locate that changeup. Now a full count for Gavin. Trying to get the fire started in front of Shohei Otani, who is on deck. Nelson steps back, kicks up and fires. That'll flare foul. Top 4 tonight for the Dodgers brought the bats. 4 for 8 so far. The bottom 5, 1 for 9. And Lux turn it around. Another 3-2. That shot to the left side on the ground for Suarez, who gathers it and throws across.
Dave Roberts was over and talking with Bobby Miller, shook his hand, and the Dodgers bullpen active again.
He thought that bullpen was going to have to come in the top of the 4th inning with no outs. And thinking, oh gosh, here we go again. The Dodgers starter can't make it to the 5th, let alone through the 5th. But Bobby Miller found a way to gut it out. Here's Shohei. Swings at the first pitch and pulls it foul. And again, that front right foot does not seem to be there. Fouled the ball off of the top of that right foot earlier in the game. He does have a pad over it, but it still hurts. And now an 0-1. That's outside.
He also wears a shin guard on the right shin, but he puts it underneath. You can't really see it. It's underneath his pants.
Here's the 1-1. Up and in on Shohei.
Is that a setup pitch now for a changeup away?
We've seen some good ones from Nelson in that regard. He's in agreement, has his 2-1 pitch. He steps and fires home, and Otani fights it to center field over Perdomo and down in front of Alec Thomas. So Otani has his second hit of the game.
Try to come in with a cut fastball. Otani is so strong. He's able to drag the hands through and just enough contact to get the base hit. That's a tough pitch, up and in.
Otani with a double and a single, sandwiching a strikeout. 1-out base runner in front of Will Smith. Game still tied at 2. Smith singled his last time up, then came around to score. Pickoff attempt from Nelson, keeping Otani honest. As a little bear crawl up to his feet. That single for Smith, and he's got a little streak going. Hits in each of his last 3. 4 for his last 8 overall. That's high in the air right field. Shallow right. Ketel Marte's the one to go over toward the line, in fact. Long run for the second baseman. But he got there before Carroll did. Otani stays on first after the pop out.
Just looking at Walker when that ball went up, he threw his hands in the air. He didn't see it for some reason. It's well past twilight. I mean, it's dark.
Yeah. There's just a hint of sunset beyond the left field foul pole from our booth. You can see the shadows of the hills beyond center field. Slight breeze, but the flag's not doing much there. Otani on first, now 2 out in the bottom of the 5th. Freddie Freeman will have to wait a little bit for a first pitch because Otani was, again, looked back to first base. Freeman's 1 for 2. Flew out in the first, singled in the third. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball high. Ball 1 to Freddie. I like that right center field gap right now. There is a large amount of fairway between Thomas just in left center and Carroll shaded over in right field. Ball 2 in the dirt. And with Otani's speed, that would get it done, provided that right foot of Shohei is calmed down on him. The 2-0 from Nelson. Freeman gets the arms out of the way. Ball 3 inside. Oscar Hernandez in the on-deck circle. He's driven in both the Dodgers' runs tonight. Still tied at 2. Freddie swings 3-0 and fouls it into the net. And Freddie, you know him, ever the perfectionist in the batter's box. A little disappointed he couldn't do more with that pitch. 3-1. Otani, conservative lead off first. He slides back. That's the second disengagement for Nelson.
See if Moreno sets up in the same way. He was perched on the outside part of the plate before they tossed over to first base. See if he goes out there again.
Now, if Nelson's going to try on Otani, he's got to make it count.
And he's out there.
The 3-1. Oh, Freddie just drops the bat in disgust. Popped up, shallow right field. Thomas, the center fielder, coming in right center, and he reaches up to make the catch. So Otani's 1-out single is stranded. No runs, 1 hit, no error, 1 left on. Dodgers and Dbacks still even at 2 after the 5th.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
22-year-old rookie Jones versus Shohei Otani. He got him. 101. Strikes out Otani.
Put in a good spot right here. 101 with a little bit of run on it. Look at this ball move. Wow. Otani just waving at it, trying to foul it off to live another day. I feel like you got to really count your blessings every time you get through this part of the lineup unscathed.
Sixth inning starts with a pitching change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Bobby Miller is out. Daniel Hudson comes in. The game tied at 2. They'll face Gurriel, Moreno, and Suarez. Final line for Bobby. 5 innings, 2 earned on 4 hits, including the 2-run home run from Christian Walker. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Hudson's first pitch is a good fastball right on the inside corner. Strike 1. Miller threw 90 pitches, 55 strikes. Gurriel 1 for 2 with a single his last time up. He swings through strike number 2, a nasty slider down and away. Hudson's trying to stop a uncharacteristic stretch. It sounds dramatic. He's given up runs in back-to-back games after allowing runs in just one of the previous 17. But he's been terrific. The whole bullpen, really, Mo. I mean, second best ERA in baseball. Nothing in 2 on Gurriel Jr. Hudson's pitch. Swung on and missed. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out in the 6th for Daniel Hudson.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier on the pregame show, as far as the starting pitching, each of the last 2 games coming in tonight, bro, they had struggled, no question about it. Just 7 innings. But the bullpen, the workhorse, they had gone 12 innings combined with just 2 earned runs against them.
Moreno, the batter. No immaculate inning. Ball 1 on a fastball away. Hudson's pitch. It's now inside, 2-0. I think about the series in San Francisco. You know, Landon Knack, you expected him to be limited, only went 4 2/3 inning. The bullpen had to take over from there. You did not expect Tyler Glasnow to be pulled after 3 the next game. And then James Paxton really struggled in the finale, and he had to wear it as Moreno fouled strike 1 off his front leg. I mean, the Dodgers fell behind 9-0, all 9 runs charged to Paxton, 12 hits. And so the bullpen on that road trip through Chicago and San Francisco really had to put in work. The 2-1. That's put foul the other way. 2-2.
Fan tried to make the catch and knock the glove off of his hand.
Oh, what level?
It's not an easy game.
No, no, it ain't. It's easy from here. No. 2-2 is bounced in the dirt, full count.
And and what you just said, 100%.
Yeah.
This game looks easy to play. Everybody thinks they can play it. Can't play it at this level.
I think the smart ones know better.
And the closer you get to the field, the more you understand how fast that baseball is going.
Bases empty, 1 out in the 6th. Game tied at 2. The 3-2 pitch from Hudson. Rolled to short. Rojas charging in. Throwing on the run. Makes the play. Like that, right there. That looks like a really routine play. But when you got a runner hustling down the line, your clock could speed up. You're having to pick it and throw on the run, on the money. Now, the professionals, that is an easy play. But for us, you can't just assume that that's it.
Well, they don't just show up for the game either.
Right.
Yeah. They're here at 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon working.
First pitch strike to Eugenio Suarez, the third baseman. Batting from the right side.
And the training crew is here well before that time to make sure these players are healthy and on the field. What dedication they have.
That's a slider in the left-handed batter's box. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Waved at strike 2. Another slider off the plate. And got the free swinging Suarez to chase. Now, this is a batter who hit 31 homers just a couple years ago. Slugged .459 that year. His slugging is way down to .312 this season. The 1-2. That's bounced foul, left side.
There's another guy that's had difficulty. I mentioned earlier with 2 strikes. Suarez this year is hitting just .106. That's the 3rd lowest average in the National League.
2 strikes on him. He hangs back and pulls a base hit into left field. So a 2-out single with 2 strikes for Eugenio Suarez, who's reached for the 2nd time today.
Hey, friends, making plans to join us later on. Well, how about August 10th? That's on a Saturday. The Pittsburgh Pirates will be in. It's also Dodgers Alumni Weekend. There'll be celebration, special guest. Players from different eras will be here, so come join us. Dodgers.com/tickets.
Will you be there, Rick, Monday?
Well, I'm here anyway.
Oh, that's fair point.
But I will be here with some former teammates and guys that I watched, and then more recent.
Generous strike one to Daniel Hudson on Alex
example,
Thomas.
Eric Gagne is throwing out the first pitch tomorrow night.
Can you believe 20 years since 84th straight save? I mean, 20 years? What? The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Good 95-mile-per-hour fastball with some arm-side run away from the left-handed Thomas. Huddy needs just one more strike to end the sixth. Dodgers and D-backs tied at 2. Buries a slider in the dirt. Good block by Will. There are 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dodgers led the game 2-0. D-backs tied it in the top of the 4th inning. Good work from Bobby Miller to keep it that way. Now it's Daniel Hudson's game. The 1-2 pitch. Back foot slider nearly got Thomas. He got out of the way. So now the count is squared. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Yes, a dirty slider down and in from Daniel Hudson. Bookending K's in a scoreless 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left on for Arizona. In the middle of the 6th, still tied at 2.
You understand the magical intersection between creativity and athleticism, Pisces, and you know that baseball can be its own art form. Your graceful sprints between bases and elegant catches are enough to make the crowd emotional. Bringing awareness to the beauty of the game will help attract fans from all walks of life and fill up the seats in the stadium.
Listen, I've been following you for a while, man. Bottom line is you get your A swing off and generate a lot of pop.
I just want to go.
I'm getting this A to B.
Oh, man. Straight to the ball, barrel. Hitting the ball is the hardest thing to do. I'm a person from 0-0. I'm looking for spin. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to look for spin, but I'm going to time up a fastball. 0-0. If you spin it, I'm swinging. Like, if you spin it in the middle, I'm going to destroy it.
The 4th of July Chevy Drive event is on at your Southern California Chevy dealers with huge savings on the entire showroom. Visit SoCalChevy.com for more info. Teoscar Hernandez grounds the first pitch of the bottom of the 6th through the left side. A leadoff single for Teo. He's got 2 RBIs and now he has 2 hits. Pitch inside. Hernandez pulled the hands in and pulled the ball between Suarez and Perdomo. So he's aboard for Andy Pages. Ryan Nelson still pitching for Arizona. Andy Pages first pitch swinging, a pop-up at short. And Perdomo can camp out there. And he squeezes it in the mid. 1 away. Now Miguel Rojas. 1 on, 1 out. Game tied at 2 here in the 6th. Rojas with a line out and a ground out tonight. He takes the first offering from Nelson at strike 1 on the inner third. Now, entering this series, Rojas' numbers on the year as a whole outstanding. On the road especially, a .341 batting average compared to .228 here at Dodger Stadium. 0-1. Fly ball the opposite way, tailing to the right, where Carroll runs it down. Ryan Nelson did not start the game. That was the opener. The left-hander Joe Mantiply. Mantiply faced Otani, Smith, and Freeman. Got 2 outs. Nelson came in, and on the second pitch, Teoscar Hernandez ripped an RBI triple. And it was an RBI ground out for Hernandez in the third. But outside of those 2 plays, or those 2 innings rather, Ryan Nelson has been rather tough to get anything going against. 1 ball, no strikes on Hayward, who's 0 for 2. Ball at the belt. After a peek at first, he comes home to Hayward and misses downstairs. 2-0. The pitch. Hayward holds up because it's ball 3 upstairs. Nelson shakes Moreno. Now has one he likes. Hernandez on first. 2 out in the bottom of the 6th. Game tied at 2. Hayward takes inside off the plate. He waited a moment. A strike call never came. It's a 4-pitch walk, putting Hernandez now in scoring position. 2 on for Chris Taylor.
That was a very good take. It was close, but inside and off the plate.
And that's going to be the end of the line for Nelson. Torey Lovullo coming out, and the righty at 78 pitches. Some strong work as the bulk man for Arizona here in this series opener.
Harper, high fly ball center field. He's watching. Harris turns. Harris leaps, and it's gone. Harper with a rainmaker. 7-1 Phillies, and it's turning into the Bryce Harper game again.
First career multi-homer game in the postseason for Bryce Harper.
A hanger, 110 off the bat. Look how high this was.
That was really the only question. You knew it was hit hard enough, but was it too high to get out?
Subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply. Subject to national exclusivities. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Justin Martinez, the right-hander, is now on the mound for Arizona. Pitching change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. Teoscar Hernandez led off the 6th inning with a single. After a couple outs, Jason Hayward worked a 4-pitch walk. So now 2 aboard for Chris Taylor. Martinez with an ERA of 1.17 and 30 2/3 innings of work. Entering tonight. Chris Taylor 1 for 2, a base hit and a strikeout. Martinez's first pitch is hit foul over the net. Strike one.
Sinker at 98. Yeah, some giddy up.
He looks back at second, comes home, and misses with the breaking ball outside. 1-1. Relievers in the majors with at least 25 games. Martinez is tied for first in home runs, hasn't given up one. Tied for first in runs allowed, just 4, and 6 in ERA. The 1-1. Taylor grounds the ball softly to short. Perdomo gathers it and throws to second to get Jason Hayward. So that brings an end to the 6th inning at Dodger Stadium. Still no leader, not at a 2.
The exclusive home of the Dodgers.
Top of the 7th brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. Dodgers level with Arizona. Game tied at 2. Alex Vesia enters for the 36th time this year. An ERA of 1.23. 47 strikeouts and 36 2/3 innings. He has 9-1-2 for the D-backs and gives Geraldo Perdomo strike 1. Perdomo's 0 for 2. Pitch from Vesia. Swung on and missed. Good slider at the top of the zone. Quickly 0-2. In the last 29 innings for Vesia, just 1 earned run on 11 hits. Doing the math, Mo, that's a 0.62 earned run average and a 117 opponent's average against. It's on the ground. Stopped by Rojas on a dive. Oh, but he loses the ball on the transfer. Nearly another spectacular stop at short. Instead, Perdomo reaches. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Dodgers Audio Network.
This is LA Dodgers baseball. KLAC Los Angeles, KYSR, HD2 Los Angeles, and iHeart radio station.
Terrific diving attempt from Rojas at short. On a ground ball from Perdomo, who's aboard to start the 7th. Now the lineup turns over. Corbin Carroll shows bunt, pulls it back. Taylor and Freeman were ready to crash at the corners. That ground ball officially scored a hit for Perdomo. Just in case anybody was thinking otherwise. Transfer from Rojas. Carroll pulls back the bat, and it's called strike 1.
Yeah, if that's an error, we're all leaving.
Yeah. I'm just trying,
I ran across a note on Rojas. And The last 3 years, the number of diving stops that he has made on plays.
The 1-1. Carroll again pulls the bunt back, and this time it's a slider downstairs.
Yeah, I don't recall the exact number, but it's on one of the highest percentages in baseball in comparison to the number of games and opportunities that he's had.
Freeman holding Perdomo at first. Taylor on the grass at third. The 2-1 pitch. Carroll drags it to the right side. Freeman fields and throws to Lux at first, who was covering the bag. Perdomo moved up into scoring position on the sacrifice bunt.
If you look at the Diamondbacks in last year and their incredible run to the World Series, at times they used the bunt really to help set up the middle of the lineup, and that's what they're attempting to do right here. They also used the bunt for base hits as a weapon.
Runner in scoring position for Ketel Marte, who's likely going to be Arizona's representative in the All-Star game in Arlington. Vessia's first pitch is a fastball inside corner, strike one. Marte walked in the first inning. He's 4 for 6 lifetime against Alex Vesia with a pair of doubles. Switch hitter batting from the right side against the left-handed Vesia. Ground ball left side, and it's off the glove of Rojas into shallow left field. Perdomo is going to score, and the Diamondbacks now lead. It was a sharply hit ground ball right on the edge of the dirt, and Rojas looked like he had it stopped initially, but the ball squeezed through and by. And now Arizona has scored the last 3 runs of the game.
Well, that ball was hit hard to begin with. Very aggressive and heads-up coaching also by Tony Perez-Chica at third.
That got a good chunk of Miggy Rowe's glove. It's an RBI single for Ketel Marte, and now the Dodgers find themselves down 3-2. A runner on and still only 1 out in the 7th inning. Jock Peterson, the batter, getting an opportunity to face a left-handed pitcher. Watches a slider miss down and away. It's just the 14th plate appearance all year for Jock against the southpaw. That is something he did not really accept when he was with the Dodgers. He's having to now, and he has turned into a platoon powerhouse for Arizona. He swings through a strike, evening the count 1-1.
A lot of players don't want to realize or look at the numbers and what they do against a certain type pitchers, whether it be left-handed, right-handed, whether it be a breaking ball pitcher, fastball pitcher.
The 1-1 is tapped off the plate, a sword swing from Peterson. Then picks the ball up and does a little like fungo work, hit a ground ball right to Javi Herrera, the ball boy out in front of the Dodger dugout. 1-2 count on Peterson. 1 on, 1 out in the 7th. The Dodgers trailing now 3-2. Here's the pitch. It's a slider down in the dirt in the right-handed batter's box, and we have a level count.
But the numbers on Peterson, he's hitting 87 points higher against right-handers, 287. He's right at the Mendoza line, or as I like to refer to it, the Bob Uecker 200 line.
That's right. The 2-2 pitch. It's pulled foul. Fastball up and in. Jock somehow got a part of the bat on.
Just watching it, Marte over at first. I commented earlier in the ballgame. Watch him when he takes his lead. Freeman's playing off the bag. The question is, who has a bigger lead?
It might be Marte by a hair. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Elevates the fastball. Gets a strikeout. There are 2 gone in the 7th. Vesia let out a trademark roar after that.
Actually, when the ball is released and then Freeman comes off the bag, he was closer to second base than the runner was.
The last out to get in this 7th inning will be Christian Walker. Ideally. The pitch. Outside. So a 1-out RBI single from Ketel Marte, scoring Perdomo, who reached second after the sacrifice bunt from Corbin Carroll. It's given Arizona a 3-2 lead. Marte still on first base. The 1-0 pitch from Vesia. That's served to right. It is sinking down and will drop in front of Jason Hayward. Marte holds up at second. 2 on and 2 out for the D-backs.
Left fielder number 12, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Now with 3 hits in this inning, Arizona has not only leapfrogged the Dodgers in the run column, but also the hit column. They now have 8 for the Dodgers 7. Yohan Ramirez is up throwing in the Dodger pen in left field. 2 on, 2 out for Lourdes Gurriel. Vessia's pitch. It's a fastball, 2 feet too high. It's ball 1.
Gurriel has hit better on the road than he has at home. Yeah. 318 away from his home ballpark.
And been lethal against left-handed pitching. Vessia's fastball just got the corner. And more than that, it was a helpful call from Dan Rizal behind home plate. Gurriel, 366 batting average against lefties compared to 225 against righties. He's ahead 1-1. Excuse me, and that's a little nubber right side. Vesia will have to field it. He picks it up in the glove. He tosses it to Freeman at the very last second, just in time to get Lourdes Gurriel Jr. So 2 are stranded for Arizona, but they do score a run. 1 run on 3 hits, 2 left on. So as we stretch at Dodger Stadium, the Dodgers trail 3-2.
Listen, I've been following you for a while, man. Bottom line is you get your A swing off and generate a lot of pop.
I just want to go.
I'm getting this A to B.
Oh, man. Straight to the ball, barrel. Hitting the ball is the hardest thing to do. I'm a person from 0-0. I'm looking for spin. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to look for spin, but I'm going to time up a fastball. 0-0. If you spin it, I'm swinging. Like, if you spin it in the middle, I'm going to destroy it.
Bottom of the 7th inning brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Diamondbacks fell behind 2-0. The Dodgers scored the first 2 runs of the game. Arizona scored the last 3. So it's 3-2 D-backs with Gavin Lux beginning the bottom of the 7th and watching a first pitch strike from Martinez, who's back out for more work. So Lux, Otani, and Smith. Gavin is 0 for 2. Pair of ground outs on the infield. Fastball tails outside, evening the count at 1 aside. The 1-1. Also away. Lux is ahead. Diamondbacks taking the lead against Alex Vesia, who had been darn near untouchable. It's the first time all year. Gave up 3 hits in a single appearance. 2-1 pitch coming. Lux swinging and missing. The pitch. That's outside. Full count. Here's the payoff. Outside, a leadoff walk for Gavin Lux. That's what we're looking for in front of Shohei Otani.
Here comes Brent Strom, the pitching coach.
Well-respected longtime pitching coach, going to have a consultation on the mound. This is brought to you by Jacoby & Myers, the official law firm of the Dodgers. For a free consultation, call 1-800-5-MILLION, because everyone deserves justice. Strom was with the Houston Astros for a long time. Actually left Houston. And so Torey Lovello gave him a call. And Strom accepted the position, so this is the only place he would have accepted a job.
He was a very headsy left-handed pitcher in his major league career.
Giving some advice to the right-handed Martinez. A youngster about to have a date with a unicorn. Shohei Otani, who is 2 for 3 tonight. Doubled in the first and scored. Singled his last time up. Lux on first. No outs in the 7th. Dodgers trailing 3-2. Outside ball 1 at 101 with some movement from Martinez. Martinez has the ball at the belt. Kicks and fires out of the stretch. Otani swings and pummels the ball deep to right field. Debut! Oh, no doubt about it. Halfway up the pavilion and right, and the Dodgers have taken the lead.
How he generates the power and gets the barrel to bat through the hitting zone on a ball that was elevated with a lot of mustard on it. And with that trip around the diamond, you can stop by any one of the Daniels Jewelers locations, say home run for your free team bracelet, along with a $50 gift card towards any purchase of $99 or more. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream.
27th of the year for Shohei Otani, giving the Dodgers a 4-3 lead. Still no out. Strike one called on Will Smith.
That was not exactly what Brent Strom was going to the mound to talk about.
Now chance of MVP serenading Otani as Smith takes a healthy cut on 101, tailing in on him. It's 0-2. A go-ahead 2-run blast for Otani here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Still work to do on 0-2. Oh, swing and a miss. I mean, that when Martinez has the command of his pitches, Mo, you see how difficult it could be to get to him. But Otani had no difficulty sending that 433 feet. He took a couple seconds at home plate, too, to watch it admire.
Well, why not? I mean, you go from 102 miles an hour to the changeup to Will Smith at 90. So there's a 12-mile-an-hour difference.
Freddie Freeman watches a breaking ball miss off the plate.
There are times that Shohei Otani makes it look so easy, it's ridiculous.
Pitch. Freeman serves it foul. 1-1. You know, while this is his first Japanese Heritage Night as a Dodger, it is not his first Japanese Heritage Night here at Dodger Stadium. Just last year, July, was the Freeway Series, and Otani went 3 for 4, finished a double shy of the cycle. As Freeman fillets one to third on one hop, Suarez gathers, steps back and fires across for the second out. So, all that to say, Shohei knows how to put on a show on this particular evening. 52,931 came here to see exactly what we just saw. A go-ahead home run from Shohei Otani. It's now 4-3 Dodgers. Base is empty for Teoscar Hernandez in the bottom of the 7th. The first pitch taken at 100.
Yeah. Well, I could tell something special happened. Because now you're standing up doing the broadcast.
Am I making you nervous?
No.
Teo's 2 for 3. Bounces a ball too short. Perdomo makes the play. That brings an end to the 7th inning at Dodger Stadium. But Shohei Otani set one that nearly hit the light pole seemingly before dropping down halfway up the pavilion in right field. When it came down, the Dodgers had a 4-3 lead.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
I can afford to follow my dream.
Can you find Pete Alonso in this sea of Mets fans?
Alonso drives one deep left field, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso with his second home run of the day. Pete Alonso keeps on raking. Just very strong.
And there he is.
Ronnie Mauricio, a September call-up for the Mets this month.
That's turned down the right field line, back toward the pole, and it's out of here. Ronnie Mauricio with his first major league home run. A monstrous shot into the back of the Coca-Cola corner. Mauricio with a 2-run shot, a 440-foot blast for his first in the big league. It's 3-1 New York.
It was prodigious, 440 feet.
Top of the 8th is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo, good times. Much better times here at Dodger Stadium thanks to the go-ahead 2-run homer from Shohei Otani in the bottom of the 7th. So it's a 4-3 lead for LA. Blake Trinan takes the mound for the top of the 8th. His first pitch to Moreno, the catcher. And the 6th spot of the order is outside, ball 1. Yeah, Blake on the board with a strike. The 1-1 pitch. Taken, and it diabolical breaking ball from Blake Trinan. Moreno thought that might hit him, and then it dropped on the inside corner. Strike 2. Now the 1-2 pitch. It's a slider away that Moreno did not bite on. On 2-2. Blake tried with the sinker, and again Moreno went at chase, and now we have a full count. And this is taking me back to San Francisco, and not in a good way, Mo. And we talked about Dodger relievers coming into games and then walking the first batter that they face to start an inning. Blake Trinan in danger of doing so. Will Smith is going to jog out to the mound to talk with him ahead of the 3-2.
And the bullpen's been so good. You know, the final 2 games on the road trip, the starting pitching was having some difficulty. Again, the bullpen just 2 earned runs in 12 innings of work.
party set for a payoff. Here's the pitch. Inside and a leadoff walk. Pinch hitter now for Arizona. Instead of Eugenio Suarez, it'll be Jake McCarthy. So Torey Lovello going to a left-handed bat to face Trinan with one on and nobody out. Mark Pryor now going to run out of the dugout. Smith, Taylor, Rojas, and Lux will join. Freddie Freeman, arms crossed off first base. He'll hang out.
Well, we have a chance. I want to remind you, come out for July 4th. You talk about fireworks show. You'll have it during the game, probably, against these same Diamondbacks. Remember, that's a 6:10 start on Independence Day. After the game, an incredible 4th of July fireworks show presented by General Mills. Don't get left out. Come out and show up here. Dodgers.com/tickets.
Chris Taylor 5 feet in as McCarthy shows bunt. On the right side, trying and slow to field it, and then bounces the throw by Gavin Lux. Gets to the warning track. Runner being waved around. The throw home. The tag from Smith not in time, and this game is now tied.
Well, you can't take that much time to get to the baseball and that much time to throw the ball. And on top of it, you make a bad throw. So you get a runner that scores from second on a bunt. The batter runner winds up at second.
I mean, really from first.
Yeah.
The runner scoring from. McCarthy, just a perfectly placed bunt. And I don't know if Blake Trinan thought Will Smith was going to get it or what, but it was slow to field. And just like that, it's now tied 4-4.
It'll go as a sacrifice and an error in the throw.
And the first pitch to Alek Thomas is swatted to left field. Teoscar Hernandez steps back, makes the catch. McCarthy thought about tagging from second, but he stays there. That's the first out of the 8th inning. So it's scored a single for McCarthy and then an error on Blake Trinan, who was obviously livid with himself for what just transpired. Perdomo in the number 9 spot. First pitch just misses high. Ball 1. So Otani's go-ahead home run undone here in the top of the 8th inning. Runner on second. Go-ahead runner for Arizona. It's only one out. Trinan's pitch is in there for a strike. Stretch, delivers a 1-1. Perdomo takes again and again. Trying to hit the zone. 1-2. And he put him away. That's blocked by Will Smith. Goes off his chest protector toward the Dodger dugout, but McCarthy didn't have enough room to try and take third. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Perdomo. With all the movement that Trinan puts on his pitches, it really has to stress out Will Smith and Austin Barnes, whoever's doing the catching. The 2-2 spun in there. Gone on and missed, strike 3. 2 gone in the 8th.
Now you've got another speedster coming to home plate. The infield is back all the way around.
And this is what Corbin Carroll, Alek Thomas, Jake McCarthy, this is, those are 3 guys put pressure on opponents with their speed. Ball 1 on a sinker downstairs from Trinan.
Well, that's exactly what they did last year playing against the Diamondbacks. It was part baseball game and part track meet.
Yeah. McCarthy dancing off second. A 1-0 from Blake, misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes on Carroll. Game tied at 4, 2 out in the top of the 8th. The D-backs have a runner in scoring position. Trinan's 2-0 pitch. Carroll takes ball 3 inside. 3-0.
Well, you've got Marte on deck, who only hit .341 in the month of June with 7 home runs.
Is that all?
Yep. And knocked in 20.
On 3-0. Carroll takes. It's strike 1. Switch hitting Marte will bat from the left side against Blake Trinan. The 3-1 pitch. Hit to center field by Carroll. Pages back on it. Well in front of the warning track. He's there to make the catch. But the leadoff walk does indeed bite Blake Trinan and the Dodgers. A single pitch hitter, Jake.
And here's another one I believe went off the scoreboard. If you miss in the middle of the plate with Max Muncy, he's good. Look at that level swing right there. And he's a hitter. But what I love, watch him drop. What he does is he moves his hands and he loads into the back leg. Here you see the knob facing the catcher, which I really love because that's the power position for any power hitter.
Back here in the top of the 4th, it's going to be birthday boy, Jose Ramirez.
Get out gets into one. It is
Get out of here.
It is deep and it is gone. Holy mackerel. That was at least halfway up the bleachers for Jose Ramirez. His 24th home run of the year, and the birthday boy will celebrate indeed. That thing was lobbered.
He's no stranger to home runs on his birthday.
430 plus feet.
Baseball.
What a night.
Hear the blue all season long right here.
The home of the Dodgers.
Times
Tonight's game is brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. The Kevins are into the game for Arizona. Kevin Ginkel, the right-handed reliever, now on the mound for the 35th time. Kevin Newman takes over at third base for Eugenio Suarez. And Kevin Newman into the game, a diving stop. He loses the ball in the transfer, and Andy Pages has a leadoff infield single. Go-ahead run on base to begin the bottom of the 8th.
Shortstop, number 11, Miguel Rojas. Oh, hit hard, boy. A diving stop. And again, we see a shortstop diving stop. Same thing happened to Rojas. There you get to the baseball, but in the transfer, it popped out. It'll be a base hit.
The ball finds you. It found Kevin Newman. Nearly had a terrific play. He's now just off the grass at third. Rojas shows bunt, pulls it back. Had the Arizona infield scrambling a little bit. Ball 1 to Miggy Rowe. Rojas is 0 for 3 tonight. Has hits in 5 of his last 6. Multiple hits in 4 of those games. The 1-0 pitch from Ginkel. The bunt down to the right side. Fielded by Walker. Throws to Marte covering first. It's a sacrifice bunt for Rojas, putting Andy Pages in position to score. With only 1 out in the 8th.
Okay, this is the part of the lineup that has been problematic up until, well, about the last 8 to 10 days. 7 through 9 was kind of deserted as far as an offensive threat.
Jason Hayward, the batter. Rojas getting love in the Dodger dugout. Paez on second. The first pitch to Hayward. Downstairs, a fastball at 97, 1-0. Hayward 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch. Hits the outside third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ginkel, a big part of the Arizona bullpen. Takes a deep breath before the 1-1. It's popped back toward our booth. Can't make a play on it. Hit right above us. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Paez on second. 1 out in the 8th. Tie game at 4. Here we go. Hayward fouls it straight back, 97 into the net behind home plate. Count remains the same. Chris Taylor on deck. Gavin Lux in the hole. Dodgers trying to hop back in front. The 1-2. Hayward pulls it foul into the Arizona Diamondback dugout, right off the front facing of it anyway. Dodgers are 1 for 7 tonight with runners in scoring position. Hayward continues to battle. The 1-2. Got another piece of it, 97. Ginkel challenging Hayward with heaters. That is where there's been a drop-off in production from Hayward, 2023 to 2024, against the fastball. 318 last year, 253 this year. Here's a 1-2 again. Hayward sends it in the air, foul on the left side. That'll parachute into the Lowe's level. 4 rows up. At the very least, this is some extra studying for Chris Taylor in the on-deck circle.
For Ginkel, boy, what a job he's been doing. The last 15 games has earned an average below 1.
This is the 8th pitch. Hayward strikes out swinging. Tried to fight off a slider, but could not. So that's the second out of the 8th. It'll be up to Chris Taylor. CT's 1 for 3. Paez still on second, representing the go-ahead run. The first pitch is swung on and missed. A good slider from Kevin Ginkel. That was in the zone the whole way.
Yeah, that was the uppercut swing. That's the swing that Taylor has tried to just eliminate.
He's behind 0-1. Ginkel's pitch. Taken in the dirt. Tried to go back to the slider. Could not land this one. Paez led off the 8th with a single. Miguel Rojas provided just the 9th sacrifice bunt for the Dodgers this year to get him into scoring position. Hayward struck out swinging. Now a 1-1 count on Chris Taylor. Game tied at 4. A fastball, a little low. Taylor has the advantage, 2-1. Dodgers briefly had the lead in the bottom of the 7th thanks to a go-ahead home run from Shohei Otani. Went 433 feet. Diamondbacks tied it in the top of the 8th. Now Chris Taylor swings and misses on strike 2. Leveling the count. Ginkel looks back at Paez, comes home and misses down in the dirt. Good block by Moreno. It's a full count. Gavin Lux is ready in the on-deck circle. Taylor with 10 hits his last 10 games. Time called. That single he had in the second inning was through the right side. There's a hole again there. Now the 3-2 from Ginkel. Taylor swings and hits it on the ground to Newman at third. He gathers and skips across before a throw. Good pick at first by Christian Walker. Save Newman and save Pages from scoring the go-ahead run. So the leadoff single stranded by the Dodgers in the bottom of the eighth. We go to the ninth with the game tied 4-4. Brought to you by Cars for Kids. No more stressing over your old vehicle. Just donate it today and get it picked up tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org, and you know that's cars with a K. Evan Phillips has the ball for the Dodgers in the top of the ninth inning. The game tied against Arizona 4-4, the series opener. He will face 2, 3, and 4, the meat of the Arizona lineup, beginning with the switch hitting Ketel Marte. First pitch sweeper in there for strike one. All the high leverage guys have been used tonight for the Dodgers now. Phillips with his 0-1. Cut on and miss, strike two. Another good slider. Bobby Miller went 5 innings, then Daniel Hudson for 1, Alex Vesia for 1, Blake Trinan for 1. And now Phillips. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3, swinging. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out for EP.
Good way to start off the inning. Got to put a goose egg up there, and then the Dodgers have to find a run with 3 outs to work with in their half of the ninth.
In that ninth, it'll be Lux, Otani, and Smith. You got to get it there tied. Here's Jock Peterson. Base is empty, 1 away. Sword. Strike 1 swinging. Jock checking back with Dan Merzel behind home plate. Did I swing at a strike? It looked like he was tailing off the plate. Either way, Phillips is ahead. And he comes back with another fastball. This has the inside corner. It's strike 2 on Jock. He was shaking his head. That was definitely in there.
Yep. And he jumped back from it. It's a strike. It's over the plate.
Now an 0-2. That's turned on. Hit to right field. Hit deep. Hooking toward the corner. And Jock Peterson on an 0-2 pitch tosses the bat, pumps his chest toward the Arizona dugout because he's just taken Evan Phillips deep for a go-ahead home run in the top of the ninth inning.
That's just a bad pitch with 2 outs in a 1-run game in the ninth.
The slumping Jock Peterson with his second hit of the game, another home run here at Dodger Stadium. 4th most among active hitters.
Well, I think it was designed to be an off-speed pitch. All it did was go right down the middle. It was elevated pitch. An elevated fly ball out of the ballpark.
I'm him. Peterson appeared to yell toward the D-backs, who now lead 5-4. First pitch to Christian Walker misses down and away, ball one. And so the Diamondbacks have scored in each of the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. Big swing, big miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. I mean, even if the Dodgers do come back, it has been a frustrating night, to say the least. Phillips goes to the sweeper, and it lands in the zone, strike 2 on Walker. Led the game 2-0, coughed it up in the 4th. I mean, and we're lucky to walk out of the top of the 4th tied because the bases were loaded, no outs, and Miller worked out of it. Diamondbacks took the lead in the 7th. Shohei Otani hit a 2-run home run in the home half of that frame to put him in front 4-3. And the Diamondbacks scored in the 8th and here again in the 9th after the solo home run from Peterson. Sweeper down and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Diamondback first baseman. The closer, Paul Sewald, up in the Arizona bullpen. The 2-2 pitch. And that's hit high in the air left field. Teoscar Hernandez on the warning track near the left foul pole is there to make the catch.
Watching Evan Phillips, he thought that ball was going to be out of the ballpark.
I think a lot of fans, especially knowing that it was off the bat of Christian Walker, thought the same. But that was at the very front of the warning track. It was a hanging sweeper, and Walker just missed it. I mean, Peterson pulled one inside the right field foul pole, and Walker nearly did the same to the left side. Base is empty. 2 out now, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Strike 1. You know, Evan Phillips has now given up 8 runs this year, Mo. 7 of them have come in non-save situations. So, I mean, that's a point that is often talked about with closers. Check swing grounded right back to Phillips. Underhand toss to Freeman. And now the Dodgers got work to do in the bottom of the 9th inning. They trail 5-4. Jock Peterson's go-ahead home run, putting them in a tough spot. Lux, Otani, and Smith.
Joining the show in studio. We're going to talk hitting.
What are you thinking right here?
That's 95 at the very top, and I at least foul it off. So I know I can cover it. If I make that same move and have that same mindset, I can cover the fastball at the top. And if I can cover that fastball at the top and at least foul it off with 2 strikes, then I know I'm on the rest of the pitches. And I know I've got time to adjust to it. Can we get a side view? One of the side views back up? And I think
he's going to work here. I know, he's definitely ready.
Here he comes.
He's ready, man.
It's an 0-1 count to Altuve. Astros down 4-2. And Altuve hits it in the air pretty deep to left. Carter is back at the wall, leaves, and it is gone! It's gone! It's gone! It's gone! Jose Altuve gives the Astros a 5-4 lead! How do you like that? Altuve is the lone star once again for the Astros. Clear eyes and a full heart. 26th postseason home run for Altuve in his career.
Now it's time for Who Could It Be? We're going to show you the childhood photo of
National Battle. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions. This is the home of LA Dodgers baseball.
What a night!
Hear the blue all season long right here.
the home of the Dodgers.
Diamondbacks 5, Dodgers 4, 3 outs left. Bottom of the 9th inning, Paul Sewald, the closer, takes over for the Diamondbacks. They'll welcome Gavin Lux to the plate. Sewald is one of 3 pitchers in the majors this year with at least 11 saves and 0 blown save opportunities. One of the other guys, Kirby Yates of Texas, the other Evan Phillips. Jock Peterson just hit a go-ahead home run off Phillips in a non-safe situation. And now Gavin Lux fouls back strike one against Sewald. Lux, Otani, Smith. Gavin has faced him before, Mo, just one time, but one hit. Sewald's 0-1. And Lux swings through strike number 2.
Don't need big swings here. You need the swings, put the ball into play, find a hole, get on base. Bring the tying run to home plate. By the way, that potential tying run is on deck, and Shohei Otani if you can get on base.
Sewald's 0-2 to Lux. Upstairs, 1-2. Dodgers trailing by 1, 5-4. Diamondbacks scoring runs on the Dodgers' 3 high leverage guys. Vesia, Trine, and Phillips. 1-2 pitch. Lux stares, ball 2 down beneath the zone. Now the 2-2. Lux fouls back 92. Just got a piece of it. Back into the net to stay alive. Parties are set. The pitch. Another foul ball. The Padres lost today against Texas. So pending this result, the Dodgers lead in the West is 8 games. Will it be back to 7.5 or up to 8.5? Another 2-2 pitch coming to Gavin Lux to start the 9th inning. Holds up his swing. Called strike 3. Got the bottom of the zone. Lux having a conversation with Merzel. Not an aggressive one, just calmly expressing disagreement. It was a good pitch from Sewald, to be sure. And that's the first out of the 9th inning. So here's Shohei with the Dodgers trailing by 1. The pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. As for Otani's history with Sewald, 6 ABs, 1 hit. That 1 hit, a homer. But Sewald has struck him out 4 times. He's 3 for 4 tonight. The 1-0 pitch. And that's called strike 1. It looked like it tailed off the plate. Sewald gets the benefit of that call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dodgers down to the last 2 outs. The pitch. The swing and a foul ball. A slider that hung there for Otani. Now takes time. Behind in the count, 1-2.
Yeah, you like to have that pitch back.
Shohei knows the same thing. He's recentered and stepped back into the box. Sewald holding his glove to his ear, trying to hear the pitch calm amidst its Dodger Stadium crowd. The 1-2. Big swing and a miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Paul Sewald to begin the bottom of the 9th inning.
Yeah, we're seeing Arizona. They're trying to attack up and in on Otani. They missed a couple of times. One's for a double and the other for a 2-run home run.
So it's up to Will Smith. Bases empty. 2 out, bottom 9. Dodgers trailing by 1. First pitch, swinging. That's hit hard. Center field, hit pretty deep. Carey, it's off the base of the wall. It ricochets back towards center. Smith stands up at second. Does not want to get thrown out trying to stretch to third. The tying run in scoring position with 2 out in the 9th inning. Jumped on the first pitch, Mo, hit it right on the button.
Well, this is interesting right here. You've got a contact hitter in Freddie Freeman, someone who has in his career stood tall when he's had opportunities to knock in runs. First base is open. Teoscar Hernandez in the on-deck circle is not a day at the beach anyway. But if you pitch around Freeman, see if he'll expand the strike zone. You have the base open. If you put him at first base, you still have a put out, a force out at any of the three bases. And then you go right-hander against right-hander. And Hernandez has had difficulty against the slider. What does Ginkel throw a lot of? Sliders.
We have not seen any signal from the Diamondback dugout. They're going to let Sewald pitch to Freddie Freeman.
I think they'll see how this count goes. If it goes to 2-0, you may see an intentional walk.
Here's the pitch. Freddie takes. Strike one called just off the plate. Tying run on second after the two-out double from Will Smith. Dodgers trailing 5-4 in the bottom of the ninth inning. They only have one out left. The 0-1. Freeman pulls it foul. Down to their last strike now are the Dodgers. Most of Dodger Stadium on its feet. Can Freeman come through? 2 strikes, 2 out, bottom 9. Here we go. Freddie with a base hit to right center. It splits the gap. It'll get all the way to the wall. Smith scores. Freddie Freeman clutches up in the 9th. We are tied at 5.
Well, it's nothing new for Freddie Freeman with a game on the line. And how about this note? Freddie Freeman, the last 2 years with 2 outs, has hit .328. There's only one player in baseball that's hit higher than that over the last 2 years. And he delivers with 2 outs here.
Now the winning run in scoring position. Teoscar Hernandez steps in. The pitch from Sewald. Fouled back into the net, 92 at the top of the zone. Hernandez 2 for 4 tonight. A pair of RBIs.
And if you just got in your car at the parking lot, you left too soon.
Freeman on second. Sewald out of the stretch. Hernandez grounds the ball. Base hit left field. Freddie's going to be waved around. The throw in from Gurriel. It's off the plate. Teo, the hero again. The Dodgers walk off the Dbacks. He's being mobbed between second and third. 6-5 the final. The Dodgers score 2 runs with 2 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. With their last breath, they take the series opener from Arizona.
And I said, if you were in the parking lot and just got in your car, you missed a thrilling ending. And as Dodger Ball Club, I'll tell you what, there are times that you look at it and maybe you're a little frustrated and, well, they're not really hitting the ball or moving runners over. And then when it's on the line, I mean, Freddie Freeman, again, the last 2 years, only Luis Arias has had a higher average with 2 outs. And he delivered on an 0-2 pitch to knock in the tying run. And then Teoscar Hernandez knocks in his 3rd run of the night. And the Dodgers with a walk-off.
That's Paul Sewald's first blown save of the year. From frustration to jubilation.
We do not mess up your name. We pride ourselves here on MLB Central.
That's right.
Right?
That's
on
right.
getting them right. We have a little game for you. Are you ready? Low or loud?